Yo, people, what's going on? Back again, Red Talk settings. Musa, what you telling me, fam?
On air, bro. What you saying? What's good?
I'm calm, I'm calm, I'm calm. Big up the chat. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, earlier on we spoke about the news that came out that the manager has basically isolated Tony from the team. And
Yeah.
then we've seen later on his agents come out and said something else, innit? And I feel like his agents playing chess. That's that's what I feel like. I feel like his agent's playing chess. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it's like the agents come out saying, "Oh, Tony don't have a problem with the manager, and that he's gonna have to undergo some surgery that he's been putting off for a while." Do you know what I'm saying? And we've seen that
Mm,
before. We've seen that with Pogba. We've seen that with other players that
yeah.
maybe they need surgery or they could have surgery, but they've been putting it off and then they're out of favor. So they're like, fuck it, I'll have it now. Do you know what I'm
Yeah, I have it
saying?
now.
I'll
Yeah,
have it
yeah,
now because
yeah.
I'm not playing anyway. I can't be asked to train. I might as well just have the surgery because man's not playing me anyway. Like, we've seen this a million
Yeah,
times. Do you know
yeah.
what I mean? And also, it's a great time for him to have the surgery because it means, yeah, they can't sell him
He's
in the
done.
window,
They
bruv, because
can't throw
he's
them
trying
in
to
the
leave. He's
window.
trying to run down his contract anyway, and they were trying to sell him they were trying to move him on in January. They can't move him on if he's had surgery, bruv.
Yeah, that's madness. That's
You know what I
mad.
mean?
And it depends now what's the rehab because depending on how long the recovery is and where it takes us into the summer window, yeah, that's gonna be a tricky one because if he's not feeling the options and he's thinking but he's gonna get now, but that he's losing his contract. It doesn't matter. He's being released,
Mm.
isn't it?
But that's what I'm saying. So it's kind of like they wanted to cash in on him, get some money for him in this window. Man said, "Nah, I'm injured, innit? Like, man, just
Yeah,
gonna
them
have this.
options are
This
done.
man said, I'm just gonna
Yeah.
have this surgery, nah. So that means you can't get rid of me. I can go and get my signing on fee somewhere else. Do you know what I'm saying? And also, there's no pressure on me to train because this manager's not playing me anyway. Do you know what I'm saying?
So what's this then? So what are we saying? So is he not going to be available? What's all this training along? So where did all that come from anyway?
Well, there
I
you
didn't
go.
read.
But that's what I'm trying to say to you. There's no smoke without fire. His agents coming out saying that all of that was just rumors and it's not true. But that's nonsense because the
Someone said it
manager
was a
told us
direct
himself,
quote. Yeah,
bruv.
when a direct quote.
But the manager told us directly, yeah, that he was ill for all this time when he wasn't playing. He wasn't ill
Yeah.
because he was, and now all of a sudden his agent saying, "Nah, it's just that he needs surgery." And what the manager couldn't say that he was injured, bro. So where did this story come from that he was training by himself? Then
Yeah, it's not going to add up. It's not adding up. It's a long
come
day for
on.
United. It's a long day. But you know what it is for me with Eric Ten Hag as well. When I found out that he's only got 18 months left on his contract the other day, I said, "This man's it's a wrap for this this youth. It's a wrap
Mm.
for because Eric Ten Hag's in a position where no manager gets left with 12 months left on his contract at the end
Yep.
of the season.
No
So a
way.
decision's already been made on this man. These men are not
Facts.
renewing this guy's contract. So whatever Eric Ten Hag's doing now, he's just saying, "Bro, I'm gonna sink this ship with me," because
Mm.
there's no decision that you can't make decisions for the future of Man United when you don't have a future. It doesn't
Yeah.
make sense. The brother's got 18 months left on his contract. He can't make long term decisions. So all of this bringing in players he can only bring in flipping man on loan
Yeah.
in this transfer window. He's not going to get an opportunity to do anything other than that because when you look at it, and I've looked at it now, and I said to myself, so what is he doing there? These managers basically letting him hold shit, speaking to the managers they want to speak to, making
Yep.
sure they get that structure in, and then he's gone anyway. So Eric Ten Hag ain't really making no footballing decisions, and the players are going to do it. And I think the players know this. So
Mm.
Martial's going to do what makes sense for Martial, not based on the manager.
Mm.
And I think
Because
a
there's
lot of the
rumors the club
squad.
wanted to keep him as well, blood. Do you know what I'm
This is
saying?
what I'm
And
saying.
his agent said he's not leaving before the end of his contract, and his end of his contract's in June. So he said, "Listen, man ain't going nowhere now." Do you know what I mean? So I don't know what man's talking about. There's rumors of him getting a year extension. Do you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So yeah, I don't.
and I told man, you can't replace. Like I said, it Martial's a bad boy when he's on form. You can't replace him. What you need is this footballing structure to come in and to put certain men on certain type of regimes when it comes to their fitness. Because what you need to be doing as someone who's coming in is looking at the profile of player that Martial is, looking at the type of football that he has the ability to play, which is the football that Man United has been crying out for the longest, looking at his goal to ratio, and looking at the fact that this brother has had less time off than Luke Shaw, who no one talks about. You know what I'm trying to say? Who I believe Luke Shaw is easier to replace
Yeah, much
than to
easier to
replace
replace.
Martial. Yeah, it's much easier to replace than to go and get a man that does what Martial. Martial's issue is, can we get him back to a level of fitness where? And I said this to the man yesterday. I said, look, we come from a legacy of having 4 strikers. We might
Yeah,
not have that no more, but why are we rushing to just have Hoyland a lot on his own, and he's not even that ilk?
yeah,
You know
he's
what I'm
not
trying to say?
levels.
He's not levels like that. So we shouldn't be rushed in to just be getting rid of Martial when the reality is we come from a legacy of having 4 men fighting for that position for the 2 spaces up front. Having Martial on the bench who's fit can come on, do something for half an hour, play for the first hour of the game, play out whole games in certain cup competitions. It's not, see me, a fit Martial coming off the bench. I'm not worried. I'm not saying, "Raw, why is my man coming on?"
Yeah, you know what you're
So for
getting.
me, you know what you're getting. And even when he doesn't score, he does the Firmino thing where he holds up the play and he brings
Yeah,
people in. So if it's not about goals and how man used to big up Firmino and say, right, it's not really about goals, it's everything else he does off. Like, cool, Martial done that as well.
it affects. And the thing is, he's not disruptive either. If he's not playing,
No,
he's not gonna be out here. Do you know what I'm saying? Throwing his toys out the pram.
he's
He's
not.
not.
He's not
He's not gonna
destructive.
be doing that. And that's why when they were saying that the manager was making him train by himself, yeah, bro. He's definitely been, yeah. He's definitely been alienated, bro. There's 100%. And him and his
Yeah,
agent
because
have
he's not
probably
that
looked at
guy.
it. Him and his agent have probably looked at it and said, you know what, yeah, this brother ain't gonna be here too much longer anyway.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
like that. So can we just put something out in the press to say, you know what? It's not that. Do you know what I mean? And he
yeah.
needs to have his surgery now because that way there's no backlash on Toney
That's
and
mind
everything's
games as well. That's
yeah,
mind games.
100%.
That's mind games.
Hundred
Because
percent that is.
Eric
That's
Ten
what you
Hag
call
must be
managing the
thinking,
media. That's what you pay your
yeah,
agent for.
big time. And the Eric Ten Hag must be sitting there like, "Rah, why they move? What type of chess move was that?" The man then said that everything's cool, and I've been
But that's
badding
what I
them up.
mean.
Yeah.
But this
So
is what I'm saying. The manager said he was ill, yeah. Then said he wasn't fit, and now man are saying that he's injured and he needs surgery, bro. If he needed surgery, the manager could have just said that.
yeah,
He could have just
yeah,
said that, bro, and he's chosen not to say that, bro. And this is why I am not believing, yeah, any of this. I believe that his agents played an absolute blinder. I've seen it many, many times with players, yeah, where they're out of favor and then they just say, you know what, cool, I've been putting off this little surgery. Let me just have this surgery so I can relax for a little bit. Because what's the point of me going and playing through the pain barrier to train and I know I'm not going to get selected anyway? I might as well look after myself, especially if my long-term future don't necessarily lie here. Let me go get fit so I can
yeah,
go play somewhere else.
yeah. There's no need to be getting injured. There's no need to be doing any of that. Right
Nope.
now, I can get like you said, have the surgery and really just shop around and let man know that I'm free. I'm ready to play. And there's going to be a load of managers in the game that will give Martial a go. And I keep on saying that I see Martial going to Italy somewhere. A lot of those teams are still building, and he can end up in the Champions League. I can see him at Inter Milan. Inter Milan normally take man on like that,
Yeah,
and Juve
Inter
and that. They're not
been
silly.
looking at him. He'll do well there as
Yeah,
well.
yeah, yeah. He'll do well at Inter. They can get a fit Martial at Inter. He'll score a load of goals there for him, and he'll do well. And that's what I'm saying. And they'll like him, like you said, because he doesn't. He's not that type of player. He's not out. He's not pictured in the clubs. He's not making noise. He just does his job, goes home, keeps it simple. Martial. So for me, I said it again. I said I want at least 3 strikers at the club.
You
You know
need
what I'm
it.
saying? Yeah, at least 3 strikers at the club at any given time. If one of them's injured, we got 2 that can deliver. And I say Martial for me is a man that he doesn't make noise. He's not disruptive. I'm not rushing to get rid of him. I'm just trying to figure out, can we get you fit? Can we get you? And I think Martial's worst season was last year. Like he used to get injured, but he never used to get injured like last year. I
Yeah,
think
last
it's
year was
kind
a
of
mad one.
yeah, last year was mad, and I think it's kind of gone a bit overboard. Where
But we
man
are
said, "Oh,
also
my
rushing
man's
him back last year because we didn't have no one
yeah,
else. You know what I mean? And the
yeah,"
manager was literally rushing him back, playing him when he wasn't fit. Like we saw
and
he
we
was playing
forget,
injured.
yeah, and we forget Solskjaer rinsed him when he was injured. and didn't give him the break. And then he started to get these little niggles and that. But Martial used to be a man that might have go missing for 3 games, but then he'll be back for a good run. But
Yeah.
all of this type of long time out, that's not really him. That's been a Luke Shaw flex. And the way we've kind of just attributed it to him, like the brother's been here for this long and he's always been injured. He's not. He's had times where he's been fully fit and the
He's been
manager
playing.
hasn't chosen him. Yeah, and he's played, he wasn't chosen, like by
Yeah.
Jose or next man. So let's not go on like,
But that's what I'm
Martial, this
saying.
and
There
that.
was bare times where he was fit. Jose weren't playing him.
Yeah,
Had him on the bench.
fully fit,
This season,
fully
there's a
fit.
lot of times he's been fit. The manager ain't played him. Do you know what I'm saying? Like the only, it's not the only reason why he wasn't playing is down to fitness, bro. It's not down to
No,
that, because when the manager brought in
no.
Alexis, brought in Cavani and all these things, yeah, Rashford was always favoured on the left hand side because he was mank. So Martial was trying to steal minutes wherever he could
Yeah,
get it, bro.
yeah. And I've seen that. So for me, again, I don't believe that he's over. And I think he's had a little time off. And to be honest, I think last season mashed him up. I think, but having the preseason that he had and starting the season now, I think he could have had much more time than what the manager's given him. But since the manager got his bridging in, he's not really looked left or right. Since he's got a man like Hoyland in that he's flexing with and he's dealing with, and I don't know, man. I don't know if my mind's good. He's got good relationship with his family, or you know what? It's just that type of. It's just that type of rub my back, I rub your back type of thing. And I mean, we're both, from that part of the world, and I'm gonna make sure your son's gonna become a star and he's gonna be
Yeah,
my
man.
main man, because it makes no sense.
It's
You know what I'm saying?
crazy, innit? It's like, how could man be 2 from 16 and he's not in no danger of getting dropped? No danger. Like, do you know what I
None
mean?
at all.
And the thing is, you also look at the fact that man was trying to push Ahmad out the door as well on loan, and it's like, bro, we've got a front three here that are not scoring goals, and you're trying to get rid of strikers. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, mad. He got the mate Palestri's gone. You got Sancho gone. Greenwood's not here. You're trying to
And
get
Ahmad,
Ahmed
you're
out.
trying to fast.
Yeah,
So what? You're gonna play with 3 man?
free man. What are you doing? Where are you going? Your boy Anthony, you're not even really rating him. You got man like Onana scared to go African Cup of Nations and lose his. Like this thing, I thought my man's gone. He's gone. He's gone. He's gone. He's just biding his time. Man. If this was the start of the season and Ineos came in at the start of the season, my man wouldn't survive this season.
Yeah.
He wouldn't survive. He's lucky they've come in at the time they've come in. They're coming in with 3 months left of the season, because they're saying they're
mid of February.
Mid of February, yeah. So there ain't long left. So yeah, that's just enough time for them to get rid of him. He's not going to stay. Really, I'm just trying to think to myself, what's the direction he's going in, and what type of manager. I think that's a conversation we should be having a lot of the time. Is what type of manager do we think Man United is going to get? Like, who are these men going to really bring in? If it's not Potter, who we think has been linked to them in terms of the type of structure they wanted to have, I'm just trying to think to myself, what type of manager will these men bring in, man? Because it's going to be a big, because that's I can't read them. I really can't read them. But I heard that the last manager they brought in from my man, they done a Brighton thing at his last club there in France. They just picked him out of the data thing at Nice.
Yeah,
and that's why he's been doing
they
well.
were second in the league last time I checked.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I heard they've picked him out like Brighton. They've done the data thing, the way they want to play, and this man's name came up, gave him the job, and he's been doing his thing. So I'm not against having a manager who, is not really known to us, but when you do then look into him, he's always been known to play that type of football. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And he's been punching above his weight for a period of time, but no one's really looked like. I'm happy with that, because there's certain man that will just come onto the pitch and they'll just say, you know what, this is what we're playing, this is what we're doing. I don't need to hear too much about anything. I know who the ballers are. You know what I mean? I don't need to see Maguire. I've seen enough. I'm not saying you're dead. You're just not for me. Just like Ange said to my man. What did my man that ended up at Brooklyn? Eric Dyer. Yeah. I don't need to know too much about you, Dyer. I'm not saying you're an idiot. You're just not for me.
Yeah, you're not playing for me, cuz like
you're not playing.
It's like,
that's
man,
it.
Everyone's fought off a mash up for you to get a game.
Yeah, everyone. Because the problem is as well, and this is why I rate Ange. He has to have no one left for Dyer to play, whereas Eric Ten Hag just runs straight to Maguire, run for him, run to help me. After man rinsed him, he runs straight to him like, come get me out of trouble. Whereas Ange might have just went into the youth and said, I'm getting a youth player out here that's going to play what I want to play. Before I go to Maguire, I'm going to give someone a name out here. And this is what I want to see. This is what I want to see moving forward, because I'm just trying to, right now, I can't see Eric Ten Hag doing nothing for Man United, man. As much, I keep on telling man, I'll sack him today. I'll sack this brother. Because I still think, yeah, there's an opportunity for top four. But the fact we're not sacking him, we're not going to get top four. So for me, this season's done. I'm only looking at next year in terms of the type of players that might be available, who we can let go, who can come in. This is where my brain's at right now, because this man, I'll sack him today.
No, 100%. Speaking to Hadji, saying that he would like Simone Inzaghi. Obviously, I doubt we'll go for him. Anyway, the man don't really travel like that, but I'm all for having a manager that has a very, very rigid philosophy, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? And just wants to play a very rigid style of football, bro. Like I'm for that. That's what I rate about Ange. Do you know what I'm saying? Because he's like, yo, this is how I play. This is how my teams play. These are the kind of players I want, and you just know, innit? You know an Ange player like you know a Poch player, like you know a Pep player, really. Do you know what I mean? Pep's tried to change his style a bit more recently, and I don't think it's for the better. Like, I prefer how he used to play. Like players like what's his name? What's that blood? The winger.
Where is he gone now?
Doku. Like he would have never played for a Pep. Like,
no, really.
You know, like that.
Really.
Like there's no way he would have done a Doku thing, like, ever. You know what I'm saying? Really. The Sterling thing was kind of new for him, innit? But like the Doku thing, no way. Because even when you look at Pedro, man had technique, bro. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
And then there were times where Iniesta would play out wide, but a lot of the time he likes players that are a lot more technically secure than
nimble, small. Like, yeah. He's always been like that, to be honest.
But maybe it's his Premier League adaptation. Do you know what I mean? Maybe he feels like in the Premier League you need a bit more of that. But our manager, like, it's just like when Chelsea got Insari, you knew what you were gonna get, bro. Like certain players wouldn't have liked it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Certain players wouldn't have liked it, but at the end of the day, bro, like Sarri was playing some real proper football. Like, do you know what I'm saying? But obviously his personality clashed with a few players, and that we saw the situation with the goalkeeper. Man said he ain't coming off and them things there. But do you know what I mean? It's just one of them ones where for me, I want a manager like that. That's got a real rigid philosophy, similar to what Van Gaal did, bro. And at least I know what I'm going to see every week, bro. Like, I'm just craving knowing that, yo, when I watch United today, these men are going to play ball, blood.
That's what I'm on right now. That's what I told man. I said, all this United that man, I said, oh, you lot want Ten Hag to win the league. It's not easy. I said, shut your mouth. Who told you we want Ten Hag to win the league? We ain't told him to win no league. We told his brother to flipping compete and play a style of football. This is what we told his brother. Be there, be there or thereabouts.
Yeah, they weren't pressuring him to win the league like that.
Yeah,
we weren't saying go win the league, blood.
Come on, man. No one put pressure on him. Man said compete. Be there or thereabouts. Give us those good away games, like those good away or home games. Like even the game against Newcastle the other day with City, even though they lost at the end because obviously the talent came out, Newcastle fans were in it. They were in the game. They left there feeling hard done by. We lose. We don't feel hard done by. We just say we're crap. You know what I'm saying? We're crap. And even their striker, Isaac or Isaac, whatever they call him, he was known for a minute. And man didn't go because he's tidy. He reminds me
he's better than flipping Hoyland, bruv.
Yeah, 100%. It reminds me when Martial had no problems, when he was just no injury free, like he can just finish. And I just said to myself, these men were known for a bit. They were seen, but I don't know why we didn't take the jump for him still, man, because I think he's the type of baller that we want. And I'm looking at this United team, and I'm just seeing the players that we're being linked with. It's looking a lot of Brexit FC right now. I'm not seeing no real.
I've only seen Elise, that's the only. Oh, you mean footballers or managers?
Footballers in a whole, like even just coming in. Elise, I think is fake news. I don't see him really coming to us. But I'm looking at the type of players that they're looking at, and I'm just thinking, I don't know. They're looking at the youth from Benfica who stepped in for was it Enzo, and now they're saying he's the main guy at Neves or whatever the youth's name is in the middle of the park. They're looking at who else are they looking at striker wise, and I don't know, man. I'm just not seeing us being linked to, and the game's changed. And I always tell man, if you want a number 6 here, and Mourinho told man, there's a profile of player. Like the greatest number 6s in recent times have been them youths from West Africa, them brothers there. They on it. Like if you them man know what they're doing. So if you know the profile of player and what you want man that's just gonna be all over. When we're talking about Kante or them SCN Makalele type, they're the mans that stood out. There's been borders in that number 6 position, but we're talking about engines where you're saying, nah, these men are at the top of their game. When Kante was on his team, nobody could chat to him. Yeah. Nobody was chatting to him in that position. So if we know what we want, we need to go and find someone and solidify the middle of that park. Because I think Maino's good, but I think he just needs a bit of support in there. And then we can have a real number 10. Right now, we don't have no real number 10.
I think Bruno's he's a big problem that people ain't talking about enough, bro.
Big problem.
You know what I'm saying? Like, our lack of goals is also coming from his lack of quality, bro. He can't pass. He can't hold on to the ball. He can't really create, bro. Like, there's this false narrative that he's a creator and people are using these chances created stats. But the guy, he's got no weight of pass, bro. He's awful. Like, and if you're in the attacking line and you're receiving the ball from Bruno, you know it's on the run, blood, because he's overhits everything.
That's the problem. That's the problem we have with Bruno. I think Bruno was just never a number 10 in his life. He was always a 6 or an 8, more of an 8. And he's been here for what? Since he was about 23, 24? Bruno come here about 23, 24. He's about 27.
No, he came in older than that. I think he came in around 24 and now he's like 29 or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So he came in about 24, but he wasn't developed more as an 8 where someone can develop him and say, listen, like you've got a little something, but you're not all that big, man. Get back. Yeah, you've got an engine on you. Get the ball off the 6. Give it to the 10. Play it simple. Do your engine thing where man can say, you know what? Yeah, he's a little shit house in the middle of the park. He's just gonna give you like the opposition problems, and he's also got a bit about him. You know what I mean? He's a slight Ander Herrera, and he thinks he's better than that.
But Ander's better than him though. Ander Herrera was more technical.
This is what I'm saying. Yeah,
and more disciplined 100%. As well, tactically.
And this is what we should have been trying to get him to be. Say, listen, do the Herrera thing. But because someone gave him the keys to the flipping club and said, yeah, you're the main man, number 10, score goals, do what you're doing. And I told him, and I said, and that's the issue. Like, once we, what's his name? Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, every time he brought a player in or he found a player that he wanted to play with, everything runs through that player. And the minute things ain't going right, you're going to see how he's not the one. You know what I'm saying? He's not a man that you should run the thing through. And like I said the other day, I said, you can't have too many You can't have Bruno, Garnacho, and Rashford in the same starting 11. Cannot do it. You can't have these men who just want to run off ball. They're not flipping clinical in front of goal. They just lick off shot at any given time. They're not on this sitting man down and placing the ball into the goal and making sure that it's in. Like, you can't. You might have one or two of them. One might come off the bench, but you can't just start. And then you add Anthony into that. Then you had Højlund, who's doing the exact same thing.
Yeah,
it's just you can't do that, man. We need better players, better finishers of the ball. A man who are just tidy with the ball. I was looking at that Rooney boy after he peppered us at Copenhagen. He's not the worst,
No, he's not.
He's not. He's clean. And I'm saying that the type of money we play for Anthony, we wouldn't have to pay that for a man like Rooney. Nowhere near. Yeah, and he's much more tidy, man.
You pay 20, 30 million max, go get a baller like that.
Yeah.
This is what I mean. Like, it's just like hindsight's funny anyway, bro, because man seeing like the players, like obviously we're getting linked to Choupo-Moting now, but like Bearman turning their nose up, but bro, they turned their nose up at Arnautovic when we got linked with him, bro, and I was like, bro, I'll take Arnautovic, bro, because I know what Arnautovic is, bro. He's just a budget Zlatan, bro. Man knows what he is, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? He's got a great first touch. He's good in the air. He's got good physicality. He can hold the ball up and bring players in. They're like, no, we don't want him. All right, cool. We could have got him for like 15 mil. And now we
Mm,
spent 72 million on a striker, yeah, that ain't scoring
that's
goals.
true.
And everyone's making excuses for this guy, like
That's
saying,
true.
oh, yeah, like he's only 20. Like, do you know what I mean? And it's funny because I'm having these conversations amongst my friends, and I told them, I said, brother, if he's still here in 2 seasons, then we can have the conversation, innit? Because
Mm,
certain man are saying, like my brethren are saying, oh, he's not getting service and that. Explain to me why he ranks the highest, yeah, out of all the strikers in the league of underperforming their XG, bruv. A man saying it's about
mm.
chances. It ain't about chances. He's getting chances. Man's fluffing his lines, fam.
Yeah, he's not taking enough of what he does get because
Yeah.
there's been bare man that's played with that same type of service. Our service hasn't changed in the last 2-3 years. The man
Mm,
them have got their goals. He's not taking his chances at the end of the day. He could get
mm,
again, and this is what I was telling the man them as well. I said, listen, we're not talking about this brother score. I said, no one thought that Highland would not score 10 goals in the Premier League. No one
mm.
thought that.
Yeah.
We thought the brother's gonna come in, he might score 10 to 15 goals. Cool. That's your first season. But you're not
Yeah.
gonna come in halfway through and you've only banged in two. And we're saying, oh, he's trying to ting. Nah, man. He's meant to be trying to ting with 10 goals,
Mm,
not with two. You know what I'm saying? It's not enough. And this is like, we're not saying that he's crap as well. He hasn't got nothing about him or he doesn't maybe have talent. Yeah, he does that. But he's definitely not a man that you just put in front of goal like that. Move him around the pitch, put him on the right, put him on the left, try stuff with him. Because he's
mm.
not that guy where he's like, oh, he has to be a number 9. From the minute you're moving Martial from the 9 spot and putting him on the left on the right, who can do the 9 thing, who the heck is a Highland not to be moved around?
Yeah,
You know what I'm
facts.
saying?
But I
Yeah,
don't know why he's persisting with that when we saw Hoyland has picked up loads of areas out wide for Atalanta, bro. Like literally, man is saying they replaced him with Skamaka, bro, and they replaced him with a
yeah.
better player than him. You know,
Look
like
at that.
that. For way less than what
Right.
they sold him for. Do you know what I
Yeah, it's
mean?
mad.
So when man are talking about lack of chances, he literally missed 5 chances against Wigan, bro. One of them was a
Yeah.
tap in on the line. So people can't tell me about lack of chances, bro. The guy is awful, bro.
There's a couple man that need to just, when you're in that form, you need to sit on the bench and someone else has to come in. This is the problem that we have with Eric Ten Hag. And I think this is the problem we
Mm,
have with even changing the manager because he has to change. Like, his biggest crime, though, has been not to play this youth out wide and to
yeah.
persist with people like Anthony, persist with Rashford, persist with, because as bad as he is up front, I think he will be a better winger than Rashford and Anthony.
I think so. I think
Yeah,
so. Because
with his
he's
pace
still
and what
got
he
that
does.
eye for goal. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So cutting
yeah.
onto that left foot, I think that's where
That's
we get
it.
the best out of him.
100%. I see that. I see that. And I think until we see that, so we don't even know if we really need to be going for another right forward
Mm,
because we need a manager to come in and say, you know what, I've got all the right and left forwards that I need. I've got Sancho, I've got Hoyland, I've got Ahmed, I've got Garnacho. I'm getting rid of Anthony. I want strikers.
mm.
Stop playing games with me. I want two different type of strikers as well. One that can hold up the ball and get a couple goals in and do his thing, and another one that's just silky with it. Like
Mm.
two different types, and that's what I'll do. I'll get rid of Anthony and I'll go and get two strikers because I still don't think besides Martial we really have anyone anyway up there like that.
But bro,
Because
we
I don't
don't need
think Highland.
Anthony, bro. Because when you look at
Nah,
Mason, yeah, and you look at Ahmad, there's two left footers there.
come on.
There's two left
Free
footers
with
there.
Highland.
Yeah, free with
Free
Hoyland.
with
Bruv, what a
Highland.
ras do we need Anthony for? Go
Not
away,
at all.
blood. Cut our losses
Yeah.
on this youth, man. He's not got the
We have to.
physicality to play in the
Nah.
league, and he ain't got the bravery to play, bro.
And
Just
he
get rid of him.
and his jump, he's already gone for the highest amount of money he would ever go in his career.
Yeah, so we're
Like
not getting
there
that
was
back.
meant to be, yeah, no one's getting that. There was meant to be another stage in between this. He was meant to
Mm,
prove that he was an 80 million pound after the next step. There was meant to be a
mm.
step that was at least a 45, 50
But it
M's.
got
And
missed.
had he, yeah, it was missed. And had he terrorized it at 50, 40 M, that's when a man like a Madrid or a Barca would have came in and said, look, 85 for Anthony. But
Mm,
he's missed it. United should never have been that 85 price mark. We should have been the 15 maximum. And then we could be taking an idiot hit, letting him go for 20 and taking a 30 hit. But now we're taking
facts.
all big 50 hits and that, like 60s. And
But this is
yeah,
the
it's silly.
wickedest thing because when you look at it, yeah, we've got reports coming out saying Man United looked at him the season before, valued him at 25 million.
Yeah, look at that.
Like how the club sanctioned that is crazy. Why did the club even sanction that?
It's madness. This is what Man United do, man. So this is what I'm trying to see what these fools are gonna do. These Ineos and them, man. They got a lot of talk right now. I want to see what they're on because I'm on to them all. I'm on because if I keep on telling man as well, they don't have too long. I
Yeah,
think Ineos have the best part of 18 months to show something because the Glazers, the fact that they put that little stipulation in there that in 18 months they can let this thing go. I just feel like if things are not shaping up how they want, they might just tell these man, listen, we're selling the whole thing, man. You're gonna get your money back on the low eat, pardon me, but we're selling the
yeah,
whole thing.
yeah,
Yeah, we're
bro.
selling the whole thing because it's not adding up. So, and then I told man, in that 18 months, what can you really do? Because within that 18 months, for the next 2 seasons, we're gonna have people like Garnacho, Maino, who's gonna be needing a new contract
Mm.
because they're young players. And then what we're going to do then? Are we going to keep to our new bracket of no more than 200 bags, 250?
Yeah,
Because
yeah, them man
United
ain't
is
getting
that.
nowhere near that, blood. I think that them young G's need to stay on little man peas. I remember Foden was on like 40 bag for a minute, bro. Like these youths need
Yeah,
to stay on that. Stay hungry, fam. This is Man United. We need to stop paying players just because we can. You know, like
that's
that.
it.
We need to make players earn that money, bro. There needs to be a clear, there needs to be a clear kind of line as to where you are in your development and your importance to the squad. Not just giving everyone 100 bag because we can give everyone 100 bag. Shouldn't be
And
doing
this
that.
is it. And this is it. And that's why I said that's when because Man United is the team where Garnacho has a good year. His contract's up. Madrid's come sniffing, and they're like, oh, "Yeah, have 250k a week." So that's when I'll know that we're still on the same foolishness. If we move like that again, I say, "Yeah, we're done."
Yeah,
Because
Madrid
we
ain't coming
can't be
nowhere
moving
near
like
that, you blood. I know that for free. You know them ones. Them man have got
that.
Vinicius. They're getting linked with Mbappe
But
and they got Endrick and that. What they want with that you? Do you know what I'm saying? Like
that's
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 crazy to
that's it.
me. Like I think we bought him from Atletico's academy. If he was still there, he wouldn't be in their first team.
Yeah. No,
Like,
Simeone, that's not the
like
type of
he
man there.
wouldn't. He wouldn't be nowhere near their first team, bruv, if he was
Unless they
still
would have
there.
developed him to be different, he might be all
They're
some
not
left back,
playing that
right back.
you blood. They're not playing him. I'm telling you. You see the way that they play, yeah, and the quality that they actually have in their team,
Mm.
the technical quality, he's getting nowhere near that team. Nowhere
Yeah,
near.
United.
Because if you think players like Joao Felix was there, and
Yeah,
man let
yeah,
Joao Felix go, but man's gonna let you play.
yeah,
Nah,
yeah.
nah. Do you know what I'm
That's
saying?
true.
Nah. It's about Griezmann and them man are levels. Like
Yeah,
that's
they're
real
technical
levels.
ballers.
You know,
Yeah,
like
they're
that. So
technical
there's no
ballers.
way. Like, brother, like we got man starting for Man United that don't start for their country, bro. Like I've never seen the day.
Yeah, yeah, man. Like, yeah, Garnacho can't be putting in balls from Morata. Nah, nah,
Nah.
nah. Them balls won't make it. Them man, yeah, no, no, no. They man need precise pinpoint. Not just you hit it and you hope it's going in there. It
mm,
won't work. And that's the problem we have. We have man on the wing that can't really put a ball into the box. You know
mm.
what I mean? Man just hit it and see if it and just man just hit it for luck and just see if it makes it. We got issues, man. United's got issues, man. I just bruv, man, I'm giving Eric Ten Hag is where I can't get past, I just can't get past Eric Ten Hag. The man saying now he wants to sign the lit as well. This is
Bruv,
what I'm
that
saying,
brother's a
man.
bum. I've been telling man
He's
Delict's a
done.
bum, blood. Oh my days. Yo, we got linked with Delict time ago, yeah. And bro, you man remember the stream. I was saying I don't want him. These times he was with Mino Raiola and that. Man were trying to
Yeah,
twang me. Do you know what I mean? He just a flipping Dutch Harry Maguire, bruv. Like,
yeah,
why do I
yeah.
want Delict?
I second that. He's definitely a Dutch Harry Maguire on the slide. Man's trying to big him up. He's the same. He's the same abilities. He ain't got
Yeah.
no pace, no nothing. There's too much going on for you to waste my time with people like Delete.
Yep.
Don't waste my time. And this is the issue. This is what I'm saying. So for me, Eric Ten Hag, he ain't gonna really get no signing. Even the flipping loans that we're being linked with are dead. They're not really looking like anything to be excited about. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm.
who's our next game in the league? I know we
Wolves
got FA
away.
Cup first.
Wolves
Wolves
away.
away.
Which is not it's
Yeah.
not an easy game, bruv. O'Neill's got these man playing.
This is what I'm thinking. He's got them playing, man. So we're gonna have an FA Cup game that's gonna be nice and easy. And then these men are gonna think they're bad boys because there's some playground bullies, badded up the little first years. And
Yeah.
then they're gonna end up, I think they're tough, turn up to Wolves with the same energy,
Yeah.
and then we're just gonna
Yeah.
be under
You're gonna have to
pressure.
hold something. You know what I'm saying? So it'll be interesting. Like this thing about Anthony It's true. Anthony does definitely don't look as happy as he looked last season, but obviously he's playing less. Do you know what I mean? The manager's putting it
Yeah,
down to off-field stuff, but I don't believe so. I believe that he came in. You see the confidence he came in with, thinking that like, yo, this is his club and he's undroppable because the manager's his guy, and it's like the manager snaked him as well, blood. You know, like
yeah,
that.
he
The
did.
manager don't
He
care.
did.
The manager
He
didn't show
did.
no loyalty to him.
No, no. Last press conference, he threw him under the bus.
Mm,
Because when they said to him, why ain't Anthony playing well? He said, well, Anthony's had off field issues that that he brought on himself. So he has to help himself and then we can help him. And I said, well, how are you going to tell a man that he brought it on himself? So he wanted to catch this case.
mm.
So you're basically saying that he's moving reckless. And I think, imagine you're Anthony just watching this press conference and your manager saying you brought this thing on yourself. I'm
Yeah.
thinking, you're just going to think, one, idiot, what are you talking about? How about you just shut up about, don't mention my name, keep my name out your mouth. When they say Anthony, just say, yeah, he's trying his best, he's training hard. Don't talk about I bought it on myself. What did I bring on myself?
Mm.
And I said, your own player just throwing him under the bus in big press conference. Eric Ten Hag can't communicate, but he wants to talk. Stop talking.
It's
He's a
true, isn't it?
man. Yeah, he can't communicate, but he loves to talk. Just shut up,
Every
bro.
time he opens his mouth, he's putting his foot in it, bro. Every
Yeah,
time.
every time it's just bare calamities happening around the club.
Bro,
And
every
he's still
time he opens
talking.
his mouth, bro, it's just something, bro. It's something trivial, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? It's funny. Like I read um what Spurs were saying about him, and they said, "Yo, his English
Mm,
is just past sufficient, bro, and he's very non charismatic, very boring, and it's just like." They said he had some strange requests as well. Like he only wanted to come through with one guy. Normally people come through with a whole backroom stuff. He just wanted to roll through
mm.
with one Donny and that. And they were like, yeah, this seems a bit weird, innit? Do you know what I mean? Like bare weird list of demands and that. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, how have Tottenham seen right through this, but we can't? That's what shows you, yeah. The people that were overseeing the football side, they got blood on their hands because how
There you go.
that didn't kind of make them think, well, go on for man. But Tottenham saw right through it, bro. And they're not supposed to be a better run club than us.
They're not, and that's the problem. The people that are overseeing the thing is the same man that were turning up in pub and having conversation with fans. Who
Yeah,
the heck
Arnold
does
and that.
that, bro?
Yeah, that was Arnold,
Arnold.
didn't it?
Yeah, what are you doing in a pub talking to United fans? You don't owe
Mm,
man nothing, bro. I'm
yeah,
getting paid big money to make decisions. You lot don't understand it. You're not in the interviews. You're not in the meetings. Why I
mm,
don't, and this is why you know that they move like fans because they most probably seen Ten Hag what he's done with Ajax, and they've gone off the back of that because that's not enough. We're a fan base. We don't sit him down in a room and have conversation with him. We don't
yeah,
get to see him one on one to make a decision because maybe some of us would have said, "Rah, is this what we're dealing with?" No, no, no. Maybe we would have heard certain things and thought, "Rah, Rashford's going to be your main guy." How?
yeah,
How can he be your main guy when he's not clinical? When we know he needs real backup and he needs real support? Who are you
yeah,
trying to bring in? And I think someone said it the other day. There's two type of ways to get players into the club. It's either the players are playing for the club or they're playing for the manager. So
yeah,
that's why sometimes you get me. You see a big boy manager like Ancelotti at Everton, and big boys are coming through because not Everton they
yeah,
come to play for,
yeah. They come to
coming
play
to
for
play for
him.
Ancelotti. Yeah. And they said United's at a point now where man's not really just going to come and play for United because it's not that United. A lot of the young bucks didn't grow up
Yeah, they
watching
didn't
that
grow up
United
with the
now.
dominance of United. They didn't. Do
Yeah,
you know what I
they
mean?
didn't.
Like,
Yeah.
unless they're
So it's not.
English and the English
Yes.
players know the prestige of the club, even if they didn't grow up seeing United
Yeah.
dominating. They still got the aura, but outside of England, the aura's not there, bro. And that's why we have to overpay these players to come because these men are like, yeah, all right, cool. But we've grown up
The
watching City
aura is,
win it every year. And then
yeah,
Chelsea before that.
it's not there. So the only way Man United can have a good window now is either we have a new change of strategy in terms of how we bring players in, and we
Mm.
go and get players that no one knows, and then and they become, but we've checked the profiles properly, or we get a manager that's gonna bring man with him. We get a
I think
manager
it's
that
more
man says,
likely
right,
the first one where you get young players that are excited to come and evolve their career, yeah, at Man United, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like their
and this is
first
what we need to push though.
proper
We need to
decent
have a manager.
contract.
Yeah, and we need to have managers who kind of represent that. Oh yeah, he gives young players chances. He makes yeah, he gives them a chance. He plays with a young team because I've told man for the longest when we needed to rebuild. I said we need to go down this Dortmund type of way And I told man, you're missing a point. I'm not saying we need to be like them, but we need to build like that because we're not that again. And what people get it twisted is that Man United can still make top four with a young team, you know.
Yeah, 100% we can.
Yeah, of course we
Bro,
can.
bruv, you just
People
got to
get
look
it
at what
twisted.
Newcastle done last season as well,
This is
bro.
what
And
I'm
they
telling
never
you.
had no world beaters there, bro.
No world beaters. And this is what I tell Man United with a well coached team, with a squad, we can still make top four with a young team playing an attractive football, being admired across Europe for how we're playing and what we're achieving, and still having the money and having that badge and tearing down teams. Maybe only getting to the semis of a Champions League, but getting there with real force and style and play. And only maybe coming third or second in the league until we can go on to that next level. Say, okay, some of these young men have grown now. You know what I'm saying? We're getting a manager that can also take us to the next step. But we haven't even enjoyed that period yet where we're just competing for a good 2-3 years. We ain't even been there because we compete for a season and fall off. Compete and fall off.
Nah, that's it. You know what I'm saying? And that man said, like Ralf said, get players on the first and second contract.
Yeah.
That's what we need to be doing. That's what
Listen,
the future.
man,
That's what the
anything
future looks like.
That's what it looks like. If they knew anything, they'll just go and draw for Ralf again, you know. I see me. They'll just go and draw for Ralf again. If they knew anything about anything, because they're saying that we might not have my man, what's his name? We might be going to Rome or something.
Yeah, they're saying Mitchell might be going to Roma. Cool, bruv, go get Ralf, man.
Go and get Ralf back, man. Like, you saw what was going on. The man understands the thing. Go and get Ralf back and just start making things happen. Everybody that Ralf linked us with was under like £20 million, and now they're all going for 70s, 80s, and 100 millions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now one's linking us with affordable players. He understands the market. He understands the whole thing. Go and get Ralf back and just move in a proper direction. Stop playing games. Bear man, this Ralf, you know. Now I'm here. Bear commentators talking about open heart surgery. United need to start. Brother, the brother told you this over 2 years ago, bro.
Bro, they were disrespecting Ralf when he was there because it was the cool thing to do. You know, like, bro, I was backing Ralf. Even when we were losing games, man was saying, "Oh, the football, bruv, the football under Ralf was way better than it was under Ole in terms of the actual football." I remember, I think first half, against Crystal Palace, I saw us playing some mad football, and I was like, "Yo." I think that might have been his first game, and I was like, "Yo, cuz like we're balling, you know." But it's like
I thought we were back. I remember that.
But the players weren't fit enough. Like the second half, they kind of fell away.
I remember
they
that.
ran themselves into the ground. But the football that we're playing with that 4-2-2, I was like, "Yo, like we're balling these man off the park, you know."
I remember that. That 4-2-2 was mad.
Bro, that was
I
mad
remember
fluid,
that.
and that's when Sancho was balling. Like,
I remember that.
Yeah, and I thought, yeah, bro, listen, I could get used to that, bro.
Yeah, I was gassed. Yeah, that man tried it for a bit, and then it was too much. And I think that's when the Greenwood thing took place, and it just mashed up his whole thing. Yep. I think that's when around them type of times there, and Greenwood went missing. But I remember that, man. I remember that first half, and everyone's like, "Raw, Unite," and that's what the players do, you know. The players are just for raw. This thing is like going gym, and you ain't been gym for long, and then the next day your body just hurting. You're like, "This is long."
Fam.
Not everyone goes back.
Yeah,
not everyone goes back.
Fam, you know, like
not everyone goes back.
Nah, you have to ease yourself back into the gym after you ain't been for a while. You get me?
And that's what it is. I think the United players had a workout with Ralf, and then after that they were like, "Bruv," enough of them quit. They couldn't go back to that tempo again because they fell off. Yeah, they couldn't handle it, and that's the issue, though. But I feel like you said, with it, for me, I've identified at least an 11 who can play ball that's at Man United that we can build from. Get rid of a couple, man, but there's at least 11 players there when we talk about Greenwood, Sancho, you know, Ahmed Diallo, where we talk about Mainu, we talk about Casemiro, we talk about Varane and, you know, Martinez. Yeah, like there's players there. So
there is.
We just have, like even and Delo, and then we talk about Malacia left back. There's players there. I'll go with I'll go with Malacia. I'll deal with it. I'll go with him. Sometimes, like the left, like Malacia attacks, and he's gritty. You might say he might not be the best, but he's gritty. And I think depending on what the system wants, and this is why you've seen with Cucurella and them man there, where they've been forced to over defend, you start to see the flaws in them. But depending on what the system wants, left backs and right backs can look like ballers. You've seen it with Trent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's
Depending
got
on what the
no
system
interest in
wants.
defending, bro. Trent,
That's it.
but he makes up for it with what he does well.
That's it. And that's why I think Malacia has more to offer going forward, and he has more to learn. And I've seen it, and I've seen the drive, and I've seen he's ready to take a shot, and he's ready to take players on. So if you nurture that, and then you balance it off with the defending and a system that kind of benefits that, you have a whole different team. So I'm not too worried. And then you add 3 or 4. If we're spending that same 200 million that we spend, and we bracket our signings at 50 M's, I told man, United don't need to spend more than 50 million on anybody.
Man City, bro. Them man are not spending more than 50 mil, yeah. Very rarely,
Nah,
bro. You know what I'm
rarely.
saying?
And I told man, if you bracket your spending at 50 M's and you say that's the top bracket, yeah, and you've got 200 million that we've had in most summers, that's 4 solid players that you can bring in
even
and
5.
add. Yeah. So for me, and that's what I'm saying. So and if 50 is the top, how many times can you, like Malacia, we got him in at what, 16? You can get players in at a 30. You might get 2 players in at 30.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, rather than spending 100 million, you spent 60. Now you've got 40 left, and you go and get another man in. And like you said, you get your 5 in, and then you get 2 in at 50, 1 in at 40, 2 in at 30. And then before you know it, like you said, you've got 5 players in there coming into a team that can actually play and also add on to it.
Yep.
And that's how I'm saying it. So for me, I'm saying if you can go and get me another Diallo, for an instance, with that same level of capability for 30 million, 40, who I think Rooney's like, you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Because with that, you're getting more number 10s now. You're getting people that can play. And this is what I'm hearing. When we're getting linked with number 10s, people are saying, but we got Bruno, where's that? And we got Mason Mount. I'm like, you lot pissing me off. Why are you even mentioning these man for number 10?
Yeah.
People start saying, this is the problem I hate about certain times of fan base. When you mention bringing in where they're going to play, we got Mount, we got Bruno. I'm like, what? These men are dead to me. They're not even alive. And I don't even see them as anything to stop me from buying anything. That's like man saying, yeah, I'm not going to buy no flipping 110s because I got 2 Reebok workouts at home.
Yeah, but that don't even make no sense. Do you know what I'm saying?
No sense.
It's not the same thing, really.
It's not the same.
It don't make no sense.
You ain't got no trainers. If you've only got got 2 workouts at home, you ain't got no trainers. Bro, you need to buy your 110.
Them Reeboks, fam. You know, like that. What's man talking about? These men are not serious. Like when they're thinking about the players, bro. Mason Mount can leave as well. Man are saying, "Oh, we ain't seen him. We seen enough of him. We knew he was dead before he came."
Leave. Man was meant to get Gallagher or something. I don't know why we got Mount. Should have got my man. Like a Gallagher's got more about him than Mount, man.
It's true, and even bro, and they're both washed. You know, like that.
They're both.
Like, bro, bruv, get out of here, man. We shouldn't have been looking at Chelsea for no one. Chelsea died last season. Why are we looking at Chelsea for ballers?
Nah. The only player I was fuming is the youth from Southampton that can play ball that they got. Who had a good season before they got him, but he's been injured. Lavia. Yeah, we should have just got the Lavia for 50 M's and forget Mount about 60, whatever. See Lavia and Mainu, we would have had a different midfield.
Yeah, 100%. But the mad thing is, it's like, bruv, we spent 72 million on a little Toney that scored 9 goals, fam. And we couldn't just fling 70 million at Brentford and see what they're saying, bro. You know
that's
them ones? Because I'm sure at that time,
100%.
Ivan hadn't been bagged yet. You know them ones?
No.
Like, bro.
Last season, you get Ivan for
paid them the 70 million, yeah, and waited, you know. I'd have rather paid it and said, you know what, bro, when you get out of jail, blood, like, you get me.
Yeah, because my man's only
good faith.
Nah. Of course you do, because he's only faith. Because he's gonna come back now and outscore what my man's already done for us. You know, he's only banged in 2-2 in a Prem. So Ivan most probably might catch him in his first game. He might catch my man right in his first game, so he ain't done nothing. I think United, you know, I'm just tired of them. You know, every time I think about it, so I told the man them they just do my head in every time because it's simple wins. There are simple wins to be had, and the fact I was even hearing this week that Diallo was linked to another loan move, I was fuming just hearing it. I don't care if
he's come out and said that he wants to stay and fight, which is good. Do you know what I'm saying? But
Cool.
the fact that they're even open, yeah, the fact that they're
Even
even open to letting man go is ludicrous, bro.
madness. It's madness. And then you got my man's little brother at Sunderland, where Diallo was before, doing his
Oh,
bits.
who's
The
that? Benny.
Bellingham. Yeah. His little
He's
brother's
there.
moving again.
He's there, but
He's
he's
there.
hit and miss there though. You know what I mean? I ain't been seeing him there, and he looks a bit shoddy, bruv. Sometimes good,
Yeah.
sometimes not. In it, it's
Yeah,
just
that's
one
the
of them.
thing. He's moving a bit. But again,
Yeah, he'll still have a
United
career
away.
off his brother's name anyway. He'll get a career
Yeah, and I
still.
don't think he's the worst. A lot of people saying that he's still young, he's got things about him. But
Mm.
United being United is that if he was a £15 million player like he was when that man got him 10 million, that's when you get him. Don't make him do something silly, then you don't want to start telling me £70 million again. And then we end up
Facts.
having another Mason Mount. Don't do if you're gonna lose the money, lose it at the 15-20s.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're going to tell me Scott McTominay's gone and that's my option off the bench and we're building him and he's meant to have something about him, all right, let me see what he's got for 18 months then.
Yeah, 100.
You know
But
what
that
I'm
makes
saying?
more
Yeah,
sense. It's like, and that's why man need to have a bit more foresight in it. Like with our signings now, we need to be signing. We either need to be signing players for now, like a Ivan Toney, or you
yeah,
sign players, yeah, for you sign players that are gonna have good resale value and they're gonna have a bright
yeah,
future. That's what you
yeah,
sign, bro. Because even remember, we wanted Rude and he bust his cruise ships, blood. And Sir Ferguson said,
yeah.
"Cool, I'll wait a year for you, Rude boy. It's
I'll wait
fine."
for that.
You know,
Yeah,
like that.
yeah,
And the thing is with Toney, blood, we could have said, yo, listen, we know you got the charges hanging over your head, bro. Like, you're the best striker in the league, yeah. Outside of Harry Kane before Erling's coming, yeah, bro. Like, man, know you're him in it. So it's one of them ones where you listen, we're gonna sign you in it. And even if you're gonna sit down, you whatever. That's what you need to do because you gotta understand you can't replace this brother. This brother understands the
yeah.
Premier League. He's one of the most complete modern day nines in the game, bro. Like he can
Now
create,
he's a proper old
he
school
can
nine.
hold
He's
the
a
ball
nine.
up. Do you know what I'm saying? He can score
He's a
goals,
nine.
he can take set pieces, he takes penalties, he does everything, bro. There's not players like him in the world, bro. Like, bro, you just
And
pay that
everywhere he's
money.
gone, yeah, and everywhere he's gone, he's banged in. He's
Yeah.
gone up. He's gone up in levels. He's a man that he's got gears in him, and every time he goes to a
Just like
bigger
Vardy
level, he
was,
goes
blood.
up.
Vardy went through the leagues as
Yeah,
well, but the difference was Vardy's face fit and his don't.
yeah, and that's what it is because it took a long time, even for me, to really see what Tony was doing. I was like, okay, and I think one of the issues was is because we're not even bigging up number nines again. You start thinking all he like that. It's mad, you know,
Mm.
because the league's got to the point where a man will say all he does is score goals, and you're like, isn't that what he's meant to do?
Mm.
And I'm saying, like, we've got to the point where man don't even rate man just scoring goals and doing what he's meant to be doing. We want him
Yeah.
to be holding up, doing more, like, I don't know, more flipping step overs. He's not in all that step over business.
Yeah,
The man
he's
there
mad
holding the
efficient.
ball, that's it. Efficient, that's the word. And I think we got to
Mm.
the point where we're not even rating those type of players too much again like that. We're asking too much. And I think that's where the game's gone mad because you need a striker. You need someone that knows the league. You know, someone that can play the proper number nine role. You know, the best outside of Harry Kane. And then man will look at him and say, "No, I'm not too sure. What are you not sure about?"
But that's what I mean, bro. He's been there or thereabouts goal wise since he's come to the Premier League for a below average team.
Yeah,
Like what are we talking about, bro? Like literally, man them should be paying whatever it takes, blood. You know, like that.
and
And
this
the
is
thing
where
is,
we're
Man
at.
United normally go and make these signings. I remember when we went and bagged Louis Saha from Fulham and that. These
Yeah,
these are the kind of signings, bro. We got York from Aston Villa, bro. Like these are the kind
yeah.
of signings where man are there, they're mashing work at
You
another
go and
team in
grab
the
them.
Premier League. We just go buy them, innit? That's what Man United used to do, fam.
Yeah, it's mad. It's because we're different times again. We're not moving how we're meant to be moving, and that's what it is. We're at different times. Like we said, we're too fixated on having one or two strikers because where are they going to play, and are they going to sit on the bench? Brother, come to United, earn your place, score your goals,
Mm-hmm.
do your thing, keep it moving. Stop asking me where man's going to play. It's
Yeah,
irrelevant.
fact.
You know what I'm saying? Stop asking me all of that, and this is what we get to because I see City with a bag of big squad. They got players like in every position, subs on the bench, big boys on the bench as well. They've always had it. This season is the lightest they've been in a while since they let a couple man go. But then they're
Yeah.
gonna get them back again. Watch them in the summer. They're gonna get
Yeah,
them
in the
back again.
summer they're gonna get who they needed to get, so they'll go get Paqueta, Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they'll go and right their wrongs of this
Mad,
season, blood. You know what I'm saying?
mad,
Because that's
mad,
what they'll
mad,
do. And then if they win
mad.
the league this year, they're going for number 5 now. Do you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
mad,
So, nah, bro, man, have to respect. Man, have to respect what they're doing. At least they're moving like a proper team, innit? Do you know what I'm
mad. They
saying?
proper.
And we're just on some joke thing. So we just have to
They
wait and
win.
see what these new owners actually implement, bro. Because at the moment, the only signs of their presence have obviously been taking out the taking the clause out of the Sancho contract, because before they were
Yeah.
saying Man United wanted 45 million for him and they were gonna take the
Mm.
money, and then all of a sudden it's like, yeah, there's no clause to buy now. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
you're seeing little things that obviously tells me that he's outliving this manager anyway. But
Yeah.
then for me now,
100% is gonna.
man need
He's
to
a big
see
asset.
who these guys bring in it. I think we're gonna see what they're on when we see who gets appointed in the footballing positions.
Yeah. Yeah, because those footballing positions, they're the people that's going to make the. And we want, yeah, because if we see man coming that's ruthless, who we know they're not going to play games with Eric Ten Hag, especially a man that can't communicate, then we're going to know what's going on. Then we see the appointment of the manager, and then we see the players we're linked to based on their know-how of the game. Then we're
Yeah,
going to know where United is going, because we can really have a good summer in terms
yeah,
of appointing the right manager and getting the right players in and letting go of the right man as well. Man needs to let, like, this. I don't see this new footballing structure getting offered 30 million for Maguire and saying no, getting offered
yeah.
30 million for Scott McTominay and saying no, and talk about Eric Ten Hag wants them. They would have said, "Move, you idiot." You know what I'm saying? Are you mad? We're getting
Facts.
these. We're getting this big wage bill off. Maguire's most probably on 200,
Bro, we
250.
should have ran Maguire and said, you know what, we're gonna play the little Congolese youth blood instead.
Of
Might as
course.
well have done that.
Yeah. Should have run him. That would have been big money off. And these are the things that I see that they would have done. They no way would have kept him. And they're going to be frank.
Mm,
They're going to let a bag of man know that's on big money. See all you man with big money. You're
mm,
not getting renewed.
yeah.
So it's up to you. Just know your thing, but you're
Take
not
a
getting
pay
renewed.
cut, or you know what I mean. You have to
Yeah.
dip.
Or you have to dip. You're not getting renewed. And if you're
250
not
for Harry Maguire is, hey, bro, that's insanity, bruv.
mad, a
That's
million pound a
insanity.
month. So you was getting £1 million a month off your wage bill, with 12 mil. Plus you're getting
Yeah,
another 30 million. That's a 40 million you were saving on Harry Maguire instantly.
yeah,
And you were playing games with that.
yeah. That's mad. Man said, bro, fight for your position. I would want to fight for my position for 1 million a month.
No way, because the new structure would say, hold on, there's a you in the flipping in the reserves or in the
On five
in the
bags a week.
unders. Yeah, on 5 bags a week, that's gonna give us the same output as my man.
Yeah.
And you man are telling me about 250. You
Mm,
man are nuts. And this is what we want to see. When we're seeing them being able to, like Kobe Maino, them being able to see, hold on, he's on idiot money, same output and more than Scott McTominay, but we're
yeah,
keeping McTominay and the 30 million and we're not selling him. Why?
yeah.
That's the same first question they're going to ask Ten Hag. Why? Why are we doing it?
And that's what we need to be doing, bro. So that's what they need to do when they come through. There'll be some other players that might be asked to take a pay cut, like Varane. And bro, like
Yeah,
it's one of them ones. Them man don't need the money. I'll be
they
real.
don't need that money,
They
man.
don't need
See,
the
man,
money.
running
They're
from
asking him to
Saudi.
take a 60 grand a week pay cut, yeah, and the club's serious. They'll take the pay cut. Do you know what
They'll
I'm
take
saying?
it, man. They'll take it, especially if it's a serious. Listen, I see man like what's his name, the brother that bleached himself that used to play for Wolves, the big Don.
Yeah, Adama.
Adama run to Barcelona, yeah, and I swear Spurs offered him like 30 or 40 million, 40 bags a week, and he went to Barca for 15 bags a week
Yeah. Just to go Barca.
just to go Barca. Man just went on 15 grand a week.
Mm,
Man, not even youth players are getting that. My brother said, "I want the shirt. I'm going
yeah,
back to my academy.
bro. But
I
that's what
don't care
people need
what."
to understand. You see these footballers, yeah. It's not just their salaries. These men have got so many endorsements outside,
Yeah,
from watches to cars to clothes to whatever, bro. It's like they're making more outside football than inside football. Like their salary, like that's not, bro. More of these men are not even touching their salary more times. You get
and
me?
this is it. And that's
And this is
one
what it is.
massive point. That's a massive point you made there because if you're a footballer and you can't make money off being a Man United or I'm trying to say? You should, as a footballer, you should be
You're right. As a
making
Man
money.
United player,
Yeah,
bro, just being a part of Man United alone, yeah, that raises your brand. It raises your
come
exposure.
on,
That's why when man
come
signed for
on,
Man United, the Instagram followers go up 5 million.
come on. This is what we're saying. So if you're, and this is why he gets it. That Torre must have thought the fact that I'm a Barcelona player and I can go to all of my sponsors and everyone say, listen, I play for Barcelona, bro. That
Yeah,
yesterday's money ain't today's money, bro. I don't know what you lot are
that's it.
talking about. You know what I'm
And
saying? You can
televised
ring up,
every week now.
yeah, you can ring up new deals as well and say, yeah, I got a Barcelona player. He's happy to promote your brand. Your money goes up. You're not flipping playing for no small team. So that's big.
Facts.
That's that. So for anyone playing for Man United, getting 100 bags a week from Man United, they should be at least another 200 coming from your endorsements.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should be doing all of that. If you're looking at YouTubers, like example, if we look at them, man, they're like Chunks and Philly and them, man, there that they will endorse every product.
Mm.
These footballers need to be doing advert for China, Spain, everything. They need to be endorsing
Bro, but you see
their product.
CR7 doing that. I see man doing some
Yeah,
burger adverts and them thing there, bro. These man
that's
are
what I'm saying.
making guap.
Yeah. And if it's good enough for CR7, what are you doing, big Man United player? You not even know CR, and you're sitting in your yard that you're not doing advert. You better go to work, and you're finishing training all half day, and you got bare time in your yard. You better get up and go to shoot and
Yeah.
start doing next work. Yeah, yeah, it makes sense, man. It makes
No,
sense.
100%.
I don't
I'm
even
not
look at
gonna
it
lie.
like that.
No, that makes sense still. I'm not even gonna lie. That makes a lot of sense. But yeah, these men are getting that money, bro. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know, bro. Honestly, it's one of them things where we need a clear out and we need a new definitive direction, whatever that is. Do you know what I'm
That's
saying?
it.
And I think that we'll only know that, yeah, when they bring in the new football people. Because once they bring in the new football people, then we'll know, blood. Do you know what I mean? We'll know.
Yeah,
Because
because
once
I
we
think
know the
when it,
man, we're like, yo, this brother's serious. All right, cool. You get
yeah,
me? Then
that's
we'll
what
see
it
the
is.
knock on effects from that. But that has to be the first that has to be the
Back
first
to
thing.
Yeah, because I think it was premature. My man got fired, and then we were like, yeah, 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 things are gonna happen. But because they slowed down and people have not come into the hot seat, it's not giving us a clear. And we were getting linked with people who know the game, so we thought, all right, cool. But that Fabrizio, he keeps on saying that we're holding out for the Newcastle done. He's saying that someone that we're really onto, like whatever my man is, that's in that position. What's his name? The one that was at Brighton. He's saying we're really holding out for my man as to come in as part of the structure. But Newcastle
Yeah,
are not letting, they're not trying to let go of my man.
yeah, facts. Yeah,
So I
man,
don't
we
know
really
how
go
that's gonna
inside.
work.
People are putting breaking news in the chat saying that
Mm.
Neymar's contract's been terminated.
Yeah,
That
it's
ain't
mad.
that ain't if that's is that true? Because if that's true,
I
yeah,
think
then
Neymar, but the thing is, he's injured, and what I heard was for them to be able to sign another player,
or they needed to get him off the wage bill or something like
they
that.
need to get
Neymar,
him off. They
yeah,
can't just have him in there, and he's got a long injury. So for them to, it's like one, and I think it might be like a whole seat, like for the rest of the season. So what I did here, what they can do, is
yeah,
take him off the contract to the end of the season. Once his injury's back, they can sign him again. Like they can
yeah.
do
That's
something scatty like that. But I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah. It could real be that still, you know.
Yeah. Because I think they can do that. It's one of them ones. There's only a certain amount of players that they can bring in. They've already done it for their quarter for the something. They would have to let someone go, so they can let Neymar go, and then in the
Yeah,
summer give him a new contract and bring him back because he's just sitting there doing nothing. And then
yeah.
man
He's
will
just
will pattern
collecting
him.
money. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. And then man will pattern him anywhere on the side
on
and
the
say, look,
side. Yeah, 100%.
yeah,
So for the
yeah, yeah,
ambassador thing, they'll pay him the money
yeah, yeah,
anyway.
yeah, yeah. So I'll be surprised if he's just gone like that. Because Neymar is he's what that league needs in terms of superstar and profile,
Yeah,
and he ain't gonna.
if
Where's
he's
he gonna
fit,
go? How old is he now?
30 or 31.
That's sad, because Neymar still could have done a job for us, man, if
Yeah,
he was fit.
exactly. There's a foreigner quote someone said in the chat as well. So if he's injured and he can't play, then yeah, they need to get someone
Mm,
else in. So
yeah,
it'll be
yeah,
it'll be interesting, bro. It'll be interesting to see what happens with him. But honestly, he's at the
30
part of
years
his
old.
career now where he's just playing because he loves the game. Like he ain't got nothing to play for, nothing to prove. Do you know what I'm saying? And it gets like that, bro. I've seen it with loads of players, bro. Like we saw it with
What's mad?
even Beckham at one point, blood. Beckham
Yeah,
went to
yeah.
fucking America after Real Madrid. Then he went AC, and then he went PSG. These times, yeah, he weren't really playing to win nothing. He was just playing to play, blood, so we could play for England. You know, like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I think
That's just
Neymar's
what
the
it
same. He
was.
just likes to turn up for Brazil in the competitions every
Yeah.
year
Yeah,
and
man
do his
just wants to
thing.
stay
So
active so he can play for Brazil and try and win some international honors, bro. Do
yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah. I
saying?
think
That's
that's
all
his
it
main
is.
thing.
Like he's got nothing. Like, listen, regardless of what enough of these men that don't know ball say, yeah, he's got nothing to prove in football. You know, like that. He's
No,
got nothing else to prove in football. Like
no, he's done it.
I see a thing on Instagram today, bro, and I was thinking this is a load of nonsense, yeah. And the thing is,
Mm.
I actually like the guys that made the videos as well, but then they were talking about what 100 million pound players have actually been a success, and then they were saying that most 100 million pound players flop and that, and then someone tried to put Neymar in that, and I was like, are you skunked?
Nah, he ain't flopped. He never
Are you
flopped. He went to
skunked,
Barcelona.
bro?
How
I
much
swear
did
to
he
God.
went to Barcelona for big money now?
Yeah, he did move to Barca for big money, but he moved from Barca to PSG for even bigger money. Do you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, there's no way, yeah, you could call Neymar's career, yeah, a flop.
No, no, no. His
That's
career hasn't
crazy.
flopped.
The funny thing
He
is, yeah,
hasn't flopped.
Neymar's career in any other era, yeah, in any other era, no one's chatting about Neymar's career, bro. Do you know what I
No,
mean?
he's
It's only
won.
because man are comparing him to Messi and CR7, bro. In any other era of football, Neymar would have won multiple Ballon d'Ors, bro.
No,
He would have
man,
won
that's
multiple.
what it is. And that's and the reality is, Neymar left um, Barca after winning everything he could win. Anyway, he
Yeah,
didn't just leave. He won it and said, "Cool, let me go and try and see, and let me challenge myself. Let me try and lift PSG out of the flipping wilderness of European football and see if I can try a thing." And
yeah.
it's not easy to do that, especially for a French side like PSG. But he went there to challenge himself after winning everything. He could have just sat there with Messi and that and carried on collecting, but that weren't his thing.
Yep.
So I think you gotta rate him. The brother's done his thing. He's a baller. He's not dead. He's turned it up He's turned it on every time I've seen him in the champion. I mean, in with Brazil
Bro,
in
even in the World
international
Cup, he
football.
scored that mad goal, and then his brother
That's
and
what
then
I'm
his man
saying.
them shagged him, blood. You know what I mean? And conceded
Yeah,
that dickhead goal, bro. That Neymar goal was crazy. What was it against
but
Croatia?
yeah, I think so.
That goal was brazy, and then they shagged
Right.
him. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
so
Like,
he's
what's man talking about,
yeah. I've
bro?
seen Neymar carry Brazil in tournaments and put in a shift. So he's a baller. And like I'm saying, I'll never say had a crap career. People are just too quick to talk. I think people look at Messi and Ronaldo and think that's the only type of careers you can have.
Yeah,
Do you
but
know what I'm
bro, but
saying?
forget all that, bro. Like, listen, there's different things that you remember players for. You know, like
That's
that.
it.
You remember players for different things, bro. You remember CR7 for goals, cool. You remember Messi for certain things, but I remember Neymar for certain things, bro. Like watching
Yeah,
Neymar play football here is a breath of fresh air, bro. Do
yeah,
you know what I
yeah,
mean? In terms of pure talent, yeah, this guy's out of this world, bro. Like some of the stuff
yeah.
that man's seen, yeah, it's like
No, he didn't let
unbelievable
Brazil
player.
down.
Like not every player,
No,
yeah, not every player's meant to be, at the top of the game forever. Forget all of that. Like bruv, that's not even life. Do you know
that's
what I'm
not life.
saying? Do you know what I'm saying?
That's
That's not
that's not.
even life. Look, here it goes. It goes, Al Hilal have agreed to terminate his contract and sign him on a 1-season contract when he comes back. Yeah, because they probably need to sign
Yeah,
someone else. Makes sense.
that's it.
Do you know what I'm saying?
That
But
makes
yo,
sense.
it's one of them ones where, bro, it's just like, that's it. Paul Pogba. Bear man will say that about his career. The brothers won 4 Scudettos. Do you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? He's won a World Cup. Champions
Europe.
League final. Obviously he didn't win that, but he's played in the Champions League final. He won the Europa
Yeah,
League.
he
He
won a
won
European Cup
trophies
as
in
well
England. Yeah, yeah, he won the
with France,
Euros and the World Cup.
Euros,
And certain man will
and the
turn
World Cup.
around and turn their nose up at his career, bro.
Yeah, mad. And this is ex footballers who are pundits now. Who haven't even won a packet of crisps. Them man are
Yeah.
taking a mick. You know what I'm saying? They
Bro,
don't
and the
even
thing
want a
is,
little.
his career's not done either.
No, no, no.
You know, like
And
that.
that's
His
what it
career's
is.
not done either. That's the
Even though
thing.
they're
He's gonna
wishing
be
for
back
it.
soon.
Yeah, yeah, they're wishing for it, but no, no, no. He's ready to go back to Juve, and that's what I'm saying. And I'm looking at teams like Juve as well, and I look at clubs like that. And like I say, like how their leagues are set up as well. This is why I say if they get the right players in, they're not United. Their man have the right sporting directors and things like that. It don't take much for them. Their man can go missing for about a year and a half and
Yeah,
then come back with the right players. And before you know it, they're competing, man.
yeah. But that's what I'm saying. So I don't know. Football's mad, innit? I just think that the lenses that some of these man look at things is spooky, bruv. Like it don't make no sense. Like it just don't make no sense whatsoever. Like it's crazy. There's a lot of footballers that have had very good careers. Like, do you know what I mean? You look at someone like a James Milner. Like this guy's had a very good career, bro. Yeah, cool.
No,
Like
there's a lot of guys.
man's playing at Brighton now, but bro, this player's played for Newcastle. He's played for Leeds. He's played
That's
for
a
Villa.
serious
He's
career.
played for Man City. He's played for Liverpool, blood. Like this brother's played for some of the biggest clubs,
Serious
yeah,
career.
and Liverpool. He's played for the biggest clubs in England. Won everything there is to win in England, yeah, and he ain't gonna go down as one of the best players of all time. But his
Nah.
career, brother, not enough man would swap their career for his.
Yeah, now they're not people you forget. Anytime you can mention a player and remember what he added to the game and he made a dent in the Premier League and he's someone that can be remembered. You've had a good career, man. We're talking about the likes of Mark Viduka, Matt Letitia. These man didn't have to win anything like that to be remembered. Toney Yeboah. These man, they had good careers, bro. And they're remembered till now. Like you said, for certain things. They're remembered for certain things and what they achieved. And then they set a man who was at big teams and they were just dragged along and no one even remembered them again. They're like, right, you won the league, yeah? You was at
But
United,
that's what I'm
when?
trying to say, bro. There's some players that are just meant to play football just to make you smile, and that's it, bro.
That's
You
it.
know them ones. When I think about JJ Okocha and them man there, bro, like I just think of him taking lives, bro. Do you know what I mean, man? I don't care how many trophies he's won. I don't care. You know, like that. I really don't care.
Yeah.
Like no one can't. He's not less of a baller to me, yeah, because he didn't win X, Y, Z. Like he's not less of a
Come
baller.
on.
Because football's a team game, bro. A lot of what you win in football is circumstantial, bro.
Yeah.
A lot of it is
And that's what I'm
circumstantial.
saying.
Right place, right time.
And that's what I'm saying. And there's always 20 teams in any competition minimum, and only one can win it. So what does that mean? You know what I'm saying? Only one can win it. There's only so much you can do. This is what I tell people. I said, like, 20 teams have competed for the league for the last 10 years, but there was only one at any given time that could win it. And it shows by Liverpool going losing the league twice by 1 point.
Yeah.
And man would have said, Liverpool's dead. They've only won the league once in 30 years. I said, brother,
There's no
they've lost the
context to
league.
that.
Yeah, there's no context. I said they've lost the league with points that would have beat Man United to every league we've won.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We never reached their point tally to the points that they got where they didn't win the league, like 89 or 90 points. I think they lost it. A lot of the leagues Man United won were around 85 points. I don't even know if we ever hit the 90 point mark.
I don't think we did. I think the highest was like 86 or something like that.
That's what I'm trying to say. So people have to put it in context and say these men have played a high level of football, and in any other season they would have won the league twice over by now. But they came against a formidable Man City team that picked them by 1 point. It's a lot. You know what I'm saying? And this is a team as well that's got flipping over 100 and something charges for their PFA team. It's all mad.
But
you know what I'm saying?
That is it.
You know what I'm saying?
Nothing but facts, my bro. Do you know what I mean?
So-
And now big up the chat. And that's what I mean. R9, bro. Never won a Champions League, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? There's
on.
bare things, bro. Like at the end of the day, you can't win something on your own. You know what I'm saying? You can win a
Yeah.
golden boot on your own. That's about it. Do you know what I'm saying? That's all it is. Like Van Nistelrooy,
Yeah.
I'm sure he would have traded in his golden boot, for a Champions League blood or another
Yeah.
Premier League title. Do you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. Savage Van Nistelrooy, boy. They're the type of
that's what
strikers
it
we
is.
need.
Oh,
Them
bro,
man
they're
there.
saying that Troy's been sacked from Forest Green. You know? Did you see the thing? What he said?
Yeah, I've seen beef and somebody or something. He wanted to
He
be players,
drew out
man.
that you blood, like, and he got sacked. I'm not surprised. I said it as soon as Troy's my guy, but as soon as I heard that,
Yeah.
I was like, as soon as he said that in public, he lose in the dressing room immediate.
Nah, he's too brazen. And I don't think he rated the club anyway.
Nah,
But
he
there's certain
probably looked at the
clubs.
players and said they're dead, man.
Yeah, because they said Troy Deeney's not always getting like a championship job or a Premier League job and then talking like that. He knew where he was at and he realized, listen, these men suck me. I don't business. I'm gonna
Yeah,
say what I
because he
want
looked at
because
these team and he probably said, you know what, it looks like a man that like he didn't care
mm,
if he was getting sacked or not. You know the
yeah,
one. He
yeah,
probably looked
yeah,
around,
yeah,
saw the conditions he was in, and said,
yeah.
"Yo, I don't like the attitude of these players." Do you know what I'm saying? Like them man are
I
not,
know,
they're not good enough. They're not as good as they think they are. Because remember,
yeah,
he's a Premier League player, innit? And he's gone
come
through the
on,
leagues. So he understands. Players like Troy, players like Ivan Toney, players like Jamie Vardy, the man that have gone through the
mm,
leagues, yeah, they're the man who knows what it takes to really play on them rainy nights, on them mad
yeah,
pitches. Do you know what I mean? They're not just played Prem my whole career, don't understand what it takes. Them man understand the grind. Them man would have played semi-pro at one point. Players like DJ Campbell and
yeah, yeah,
before and all them man there that were
yeah, old
coming
school,
through playing. Like them man know what
yeah,
it's like to be part-time footballers and have a job. You get me? So because of that, when
you
man are
can't
going
sit them,
down now, and probably the youths now in League Two are probably getting paid way more than what these
yeah,
man were getting paid to play in League One
back
and the
then,
Championship. So these man's attitudes, they're probably thinking, you know what, I've made it and that I'm on about 5 bags a week. I'm
yeah,
nice.
yeah,
You know, like that. Them man living
yeah,
nice,
yeah,
driving nice cars and
yeah,
that. He's
yeah,
probably thinking, hold on, we're bottom of the league. Do you know what I mean? And you
yeah,
man ain't putting in the effort to get man out of here. And you know what? The buck falls, bruv, it always stops with the manager.
yeah, yeah,
So he said, nah, these man are some flipping, these man are some jokers. You know, like that. And he just started firing
yeah.
shots, cuz.
I saw that. When I saw that and I saw the comments that he said, I said, this is a man that knows that I'm doing you lot a favor. You're not doing me a favor. I'm not like, this ain't no favor for me to be here. This is
Yeah.
rough conditions with rough players. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So I'm going to tell you how it is. You're not doing me a favor. You're not, like I said, I'm not at a championship team where I think I'm punching above my weight here. These men are doing me a favor. Let me move accordingly. Nah,
Yeah.
brother.
Yeah,
So
trust me.
he's moving mad.
Nah, that's
This
mad.
Valencia thing is not working for us. I get what people are saying, but it's not working.
But man, listen, you see the Vinicius thing, they're saying, yeah, but listen, I know, yeah, that Real Madrid love Vinicius, bro. Like, they love him.
Mm,
They gave him the number 7 shirt. He's not leaving. People are
yeah,
talking about, like Real Madrid are willing, they're not willing to sell him, bro. They just brought in Endrick. They've got Rodrigo. They're doing the Brazilian thing. He not going nowhere. And the treatment that Vinicius gets in Spain, yeah, is the same reason why this is not winning Ballon d'Ors, bro.
yeah, yeah,
It's the same reason, bro, because he's the best player in the world right now. And people are talking
yeah.
about Jude Bellingham, bro. Like, that's crazy to me.
Even Mbappe
How,
and all that, it's
how can,
mad.
bro, forget Mbappe and the man for a second, because at least Mbappe deserves to be in the conversation. Man, I'm talking about Jude Bellingham, bro.
Yeah, Jude Bellingham's a myth. I don't know where that came from.
Bro, look at what Vinicius has done in the game, yeah, for multiple years. Do you know what I mean? 2 years ago, no one went talking about Bellingham, bro. Like, he was
No, I don't
at
know where that came
Dortmund.
from.
He was at Dortmund for like 3 seasons, wasn't he? Or two
He
seasons.
was there with Sancho and Highland, and man still weren't talking
So,
about him.
yeah, so he was there for 3 seasons. And
Yeah,
weren't no one talking about him until the last season he was there.
yeah.
You know, like that. And then
No,
you
no,
got
it's
players like Vinny, bro. Get out of here, bro. And man are not talking man are not talking with respect on Vinny's name, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy. And the
no, it's mad.
racism and that he's getting in Spain and the way that they're trying to justify it and all these things, bro. It's not
That's the
right,
only
blood.
thing that can tip him. But even then, he's not. That's not going to tip him to United. That will tip him to somewhere else. City
Yeah.
minimum.
I
It's
just
not
I just
tipping him
don't
to
see him
United.
leaving Spain, bro. Like them man just I don't think he's gonna leave the man them.
Mm.
Do you know what I'm saying? And he's happy there, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? When you look at him, Rodrigo, you see Camavinga, bruv, like, bro,
And the
Chouameni,
man them
they
are
bare
there
young
still.
black man there. You know the ones. It's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
like
The
he's
man
the
them are
one
there.
black man now. There's bare of them now.
Now there's Burden. He's
They're
just the
bare of
one
them.
that's putting in the work, so they hate you when you put in work.
But
So
they
he's
hate him
good.
because they know how dangerous he is.
That's it. That's it. They
He's a real
always
bad
hate the
man.
player. Yeah. They will always hate you when you're doing good. So that just lets him know that he's balling, and he just has to take the
Yeah.
rough of the smooth. The
He
Spanish
needs
are
to
always on it.
he needs to just use that as fuel, blood, because them man
Yeah,
wouldn't be talking all that shit if you wasn't good, fam.
100%,
Like, they wouldn't be
100%,
doing that. Do you know what I mean? They
hundred
absolutely
percent.
wouldn't be doing it. And the thing is, yeah, it's like in Spain, they've kind of amplified it. So no matter where he goes, them man, it's almost like it's okay to treat Vinicius like that. And these man will do
Yeah,
that
they've
with
gone
other
mad.
black men in their team as well, bro. Like these men are not right in the head.
Yeah, they've gone mad. They've gone mad. Certain United fan base tried to move mad against Pogba, boy. I
Oh,
saw them
bro,
want
I've
to
been
get
there.
violent.
I've been there.
Yeah,
I've
I've
been
seen it.
there. I've been
Yeah,
in the stadium and heard some crazy stuff. But that's why
yeah,
when some of these Man United fans were talking about like racism when it was
yeah,
Arnautovic, because
yeah.
he got caught up in some little racism scandal, and I said, you man can't even talk about racism because this whole fan base stinks, bro. You know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. What's up with the agendas and all
Mm.
these things there, bro? It's not even. The thing is, it's not even subtle in this fan base. You know,
No,
like
no,
that.
no.
It's one of them ones
Man,
where
I
it's
think
not.
last season Man United had the most racist things like reported to the
It's
police
every
out of all
year.
Premier League
It's
stadiums.
every year the
Yeah,
most arrests. Every
most
single
arrests and
year,
all of that.
bruv. Every year, fam. And you know what it is? It's because we've got the most fans as well, numbers
Yeah,
wise. Obviously, it might not be on percentage wise, it's probably not the most, but it's the most in terms
yeah,
of numbers because we got the most fans.
yeah,
You know, like that. So
yeah,
it's one of them things where it's like these men need to understand. It's like this is a symptom of the country that we live in.
yeah, yeah.
You know them
Systematic,
ones there.
systematic.
It
Yeah, yeah,
is. It's the country. That's why you can't even blame the club because all these people that support the club, yeah, these are the same people that have the same votes as me and you, blood. Like this
this
is
is
the
why these
country that
man
we live
there,
in.
and this is why these man are. This is why they were on that suicide thing where they were like, the Glazers are dead, but we're not having these Arabs coming. Man refused. Man said, "I don't care how bad it gets with these man, but man will roll over in the grave before we let these man come in." And that was some of their attitude, but they couldn't say it.
Nah,
But
but
that
some
was
of them
just it.
were saying it though. You know
Yeah,
them ones there. Like some of them were saying it though. Do you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Because them man were just like, yeah, like Ratcliffe's thing was, um, let's put the thing back in Manchester and that. Like
yeah, yeah,
let's bring Manchester United back to Manchester and that.
yeah, and
And
all
it's
that
just like, what are
nonsense.
you talking about? Do you know what I mean? And them man have got Man United registered in some offshore thing, bruv, some Bandulu thing. Do you know what I mean? So to
Mm.
not pay tax and that. Bro, these man are just waffling it. They know who they're trying to get excited in it. They know what fans they're targeting with that nonsense, bro.
Yeah, that's
You
what they
know,
say. Oh, City is a fake club. It's this. They just got these people's money. Just shut up, bro.
but that's
Is
what
it
I'm
fake?
saying. Like,
We'll speak about Pep
listen, City
Guardiola, bro.
success and the way they run, yeah, their training ground. Now they say Man United are going to look at the golf course and that to try and get another training ground. We're so far behind Man City. Man City's YouTube channels pop in. Like,
Yeah,
there's so much,
yeah,
bruv, we're
we're
so
far.
far behind Man City, yeah.
Them man are still on MUTV, bro. Them
Bruv,
man
do you
are
know what I'm
lost
saying?
in
Like, bruv, who watches TV, bruv?
MUTV. Some
Bro,
idiot flipping
bruv,
pundits on there as
gosh,
well, getting
bruv, an
just
old man there, bro. Like, you're trying
old
to,
man.
like, what? I don't know if they're still wheeling out Paddy Crerand and that. You know
Yeah,
them
they
ones.
are old man. They all know that stuff. And my thing is that with the international fan base that you don't have no representation on your thing like that.
None.
What are
You
you
know like
on?
that? What you're still wheeling out corpses and that, yeah? Like,
Yeah, like
bro,
for them to
you don't
show
know your fan
representation,
base.
they're mad at for their representation. Once in a while, they'll get a Part G song. Come, yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's show them that we love
Bro.
Asians. Then they'll
Bruv, man are
go
wheeling
for
out David May and Wes Brown and that.
David May, West Brown. Let
It's
them show that we're
crazy in the dunya, bro.
after they've got a fan base of just lit. Do you know what I'm saying? Of like
That's what I'm
a
saying.
lit
And you got Man
community.
City got Man City got Bugsy and that.
Yeah, come on.
That's what I'm saying. Even my man's got Jon Snow in his picture. He's a Man United fan. Man United can't draw for Jon Snow and that. You know, like that. It's
Yeah,
like, bro,
it's
bro,
long.
bro, they're so out of touch with
Yeah,
everything. And you know what? They're allowed to be out of touch because they're still making money.
yeah,
You
they're
know, like
mad.
that. They're still making money. City had to know, yeah. City had to know what to do because they were at such a deficit. They had to close the gap.
Yeah,
Do you know what I'm saying? But because United United are the trust fund, baby, innit? You know when you're just born with money,
but
yeah. You don't have hustle, bro. You don't know how to grind. You don't need to know what's going on, bro, because you're in the will, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? Your
that's
dad was driving you to school in a Rolls Royce,
that's
blood.
it.
Man ain't got the hustle. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
City got that new money, fam, but they got that
yeah,
entrepreneurial spirit. They got that grind.
yeah,
They got that dog. And that's what I mean.
Yeah,
United don't have that. They're just mad complacent, and they just sat back and they watch teams just walk past them, bro.
because they're just getting paid. As long as they get paid, no. But for them, winning is getting paid. It's not actually coming first place. And this is what it is, and this is why we come to that. And that's what he said. The owners, their thing of winning is not actually picking up the trophies at the end of the day. It's just saying, did we make a profit? Did we make a healthy profit? We're winning. That's their thing. I don't understand.
Bro.
This is a sport. Like, yes, it's a business, but this is a sport, and first place means a lot. So this is where we're at right now. But we just hope that with this new football structure, something can happen. Because I told man, like I told him yesterday, Man United have been, since Alex Ferguson's left, on average, they've been giving man 200 million every summer transfer to go and do your thing. I said, that's a lot of money that the Glazers, even though man say it's not their money, I said they own the club, so technically it's their money. They don't have to give it. Yeah, so all of that is not their money. Technically, it's their money, and they've still let it go, taking their little dividends. I said, if you give that to a footballing structure over the period of time we have, we shouldn't be in this position. We shouldn't.
100%.
So things have to change now.
No, but we just need to see what's going on, because even when you spoke about the Qataris and that, like I was even saying to the man them, about even the fact that Ratcliffe came in and how close he is to Sir Alex Ferguson, and now we're seeing David Gill back. Some mafia thing, bro. And I told these man already, bro, like Sir Alex Ferguson dipped, and he's got a check every year since he left. You know, like that. And the thing is, the Glazers came through on his watch as well, blood, because he had the passer with the owners before that allowed the Glazers to come in, bro. And I wouldn't be surprised if he struck a deal with them when they came in and said, yo, just make sure you nice me. You know them ones, because it's just looking mad. Like, even if the Qataris came in, bro, you never know. What would his role have been at the club, bro? It's even it would have probably served him best as well to keep flipping them man in there, bro.
Of course, and there's always, and these type of competitive man that they are, there's a part of him that's like, since I left, you man can't win nothing. I don't see him
100%.
fighting. Yeah, I don't see him fighting to make us win anything like that. He's still keeping his legacy.
I didn't see him out here campaigning,
Yeah, he's not campaigning.
For nothing. No. Man, man. Just being a good brother, just turning up, kissing babies and that, bro. You know what I'm saying? We could have got the Arab money, we could have got a new stadium, all of that. I didn't see my man put his name beside none of that.
None of that. Because his legacy still stands with that, boy, you man can't win without me. You man still want me to come out. He's not trying to, he's trying to tap out before we win again. He's not trying to see us ever win again in his time.
But this is what I'm trying to say. That's why I think the whole thing's mad, because it's like, people need to let go of all the sentiment,
Let go,
and just want to win. Like, this is it. There's so many things wrong. Zlatan said it, bro. And this is the brother that's played for the biggest clubs in the world, at PSGs, the Barças, the Milan clubs, the Juventus. And he said, Man United is stuck in the past. He said, man's coming here. Everyone's talking about Sir Alex Ferguson still. That brother retired a long time ago, cuz. Man is still talking about Sir Alex Ferguson. Like, why are you man doing it? He said it. He said it's a club stuck in the past. Yeah, I think my man's frozen. 1 second. He'll be back. Yeah, it's a club stuck in the past, fam. Do you know what I'm saying? And Man United need to come into the 21st century real quick, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's like people are in love with the nostalgia and everything, and it was the best thing that ever happened to us. But bro, man, I have to move on for that. United fans are like a man just pining for their ex still, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Like, in no other walk of life, would you see the ex-manager of the team, chilling at every single game, looking down on the next manager every time he makes a mistake. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, every time he makes a mistake. That don't even make no sense. That would be like Pep Guardiola being at Barcelona, cuz, you know, like that, and just chilling there every time Xavi lost, blood, and then they're panning to Pep, like, huh? Like, man's just there. Like, it's weird, fam. I'm not even gonna lie, it's very strange. Like, you just wouldn't see it anywhere else, bro. Like, you don't see it at Liverpool. Like, you don't see it at Real Madrid. You don't see it nowhere. Like, man are just outside, bro. Like, it just actually doesn't make sense to me. Like, even Arsenal, bro. What, you think Arsene Wenger's not there chilling? What, man got Arsene Wenger just cheesing, bro? Like just looking at Arteta die, bruv. Like every week. And then they're panning to Arsene Wenger's face in the crowd when man's losing. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's it. It's like having Phil Jackson at every Chicago Bulls game and that. Like, it actually makes no sense. There's nowhere else in sport that they do that at. It's only United. And people can't see the issue with it, bro. It's a problem. It's actually a problem. We need to move on. Like, we need to move on from that. Do you know what I'm saying? Until, like, it's one of them ones where, bro, like, you can't drive, looking in the rear view mirror, blood. Do you know what I mean? There's a reason why the rear view mirror is small in the whip, blood, and the windscreen's big, blood. You know what I'm saying? If you're driving looking in the rear view and you don't look at what's in front of you, bro, you're going to write off the whip, cuz. And Man United always looking back at Sir Alex Ferguson for what, bruv? For what? There's nothing to learn, yeah? There's absolutely nothing to learn from what we did in the past. There's nothing to learn from what we did in the past, bro, because football's changed so much. All the stuff, that Sir Alex Ferguson done in the past, like in the modern game, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything in context. So what's the point in looking backwards? There's nothing that we can learn from it. Everyone talks about, the atmosphere in the changing room. It's a different generation of human beings, bro. So it's not the same. Do you know what I mean? Modern football's way more tactical, bro. Do you know what I mean? And when we look at the tactical battles, in the Champions League, bro, we used to get chefed in the Champions League by lesser teams, bro, all the time. You know, like that. So if we're going to talk about the tactics and all that, bro, listen. The Premier League weren't tactical. We had all these pie and mash managers, bro, the Kirbishleys and that. Man are getting dunked on, fam.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Now we got all these foreign managers with bare nous, Man United wouldn't be able to have their cake and eat it too.
The first real foreign managers that came in, like Wenger, Mourinho, they had Alex on his toes.
Bruv, ropes, blood. Do you know what I mean? Even Claudio Ranieri and them, man, there.
Ranieri. Listen, Alex Ferguson, like, he was my guy, but he reminded me of, like, the strongest fighter in your school. And then when you go and fight another school, he's just getting banged up. And you've been rating him. You've been rating him all year. Now my man can fight. He's the hardest, like, he can bang man up. And then you take him to another school and you just get banged up and you're like, you know what I'm saying?
Facts. It's facts, though. Do you know what I'm saying?
Because in the Prem he was a bully, and then man will go to Champions League. And I remember even Jose Mourinho mentioned it. The last season Alex Ferguson was there, I think we didn't even come out the group stages. The last season we won the league. And Jose said he was talking about heritage. Man,
the football heritage, brother. Man,
the football heritage.
Out in the league and that. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, he was saying that the last time, he said when Alex was there, they didn't even come out the group stages. And he said, you know who they had? They had the similar group to me. They had Copenhagen, this, that. And I remember certain times when Alex got chefed in, and I'll be like, how's this happening?
Yep. That I'm saying. And this is exactly what it is, bro. And that's what I mean. So people, they look at it, they look back at it, but the thing is, it's like, that's why they say hindsight's always 20/20, because once you have all the evidence, and you have all the new information, that's when you can look back on what's happened.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? You can look back on what's happened and say, you know what, all right, cool, this is why this was the way it was. You know, like that.
100%.
And that's why when I look now, at how the Glazers got in, the fact that man never spoke out against the Glazers, the fact that he's always maintained a job, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then Ratcliffe's come in and now he's sitting with man and all of that. It's like, bro, these Man United fans, the ones that say, no, they hate Glazers out and this, that, and the other, bro, he's sitting at the dinner table with these man, bro.
No, he rates them. That's his brethren. He likes them.
Those are his guys. Those are his guys, bro.
Man.
Do you know what I mean? That's their little Illuminati thing up there, bro. That's them.
And he was always that guy. So we have to accept it. Like, we were really just Premier League bullies, because like the reality is that we was that club where if any one of your player does good, we're coming for him. Yep. And there's nothing you can do about it, because we got the money, you know what I'm saying? And you lot don't really have the money that we have, because we've monopolized off the bat. We've won the league so many times, so we've taken in the most money. You know, on top of that, we've got you know what I'm saying, we got that machine in terms of that worldwide exposure. Like, Anybody who had anyone doing good, we just went in for them, getting man
Yeah.
on private planes.
Yeah.
And not a lot of teams can do that. And that's what I'm saying. So it's difficult for anyone to have any success when you know your best player can just. And as soon as that changed, you started to see the problems.
Yeah, 100%. As soon as everyone else got money, and I said that, and
Yeah.
this is where, as soon as Chelsea got the money, that's when we started to see the wobbles, blood. Because then Chelsea were taking players from us. Remember, they nabbed Iron Robin from under our nose, Damien Duff. Do you know what I mean? The Essens, all these man, like the players that were meant to come to us, they took John Obi from us. There was bare man, like, because bro, all of a sudden the money thing, we didn't have the money no more. Like, and then Man City came in as well. Do you know what I'm saying? And when you've got Chelsea and Man City to compete with, and bro, you look at it. Do you know what I mean? As soon as we couldn't do the big man thing with the money. Come on, bro. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like the numbers speak for themselves.
Yeah,
the numbers speak for themselves, innit? And bro, people don't want to have these conversations because they don't want to have football conversations. A lot of these men just want to have emotional conversations and do the tribal thing. But bro, I don't care how much you think you love the club. It's not going to make them win football matches. You know, that. It don't matter how much you love them and how much you lie to yourself and deceive yourself, bro, and how much you cry and how many tattoos you got, bro. It's not going to make the team win, innit? You know, like that.
Yeah. And there was a period as well, as a United fan, I remember there was a period where we were always beating Arsenal and winning the league. But if I was honest with myself, their team was better, you know. I don't know how we done it, you know. Bro, they were playing serious ball. Yeah, mentally we just had them. But in terms of the football that they were playing at that time, we never played that football, man.
Yeah, no, it was just pure know-how we were winning the league.
Yeah, we had know-how. Yeah, that's what it is. We had know-how because there was a time where there's no way, man. They had talented ballers that were playing real high-level quality of football.
Blood, and we were just smashing them up.
So it's mad. It's that know-how that we had. And I think sometimes that know-how that the manager bred into the team, once that went, the quality was not there, man. Quality was not there, my brother.
And that's what
quality
it is.
was not there.
I don't know, bro. Like, we're gonna see. Obviously, we don't have a game this weekend. Obviously, it's back to next week. So, guys, let's see, innit? Like, do you know what I mean? A man saying that these owners, they just care about money. They don't understand the sport. But I think the new guys coming in are different. Like, they are genuinely football. They're not football, but they're sport people. They care about even the fact that they're looking at new training grounds already. Do you know what I'm saying? It tells you that they understand that it's not up to scratch. And because Brailsford is a performance guy, do you know what I'm saying? It's like, I genuinely believe that there are going to be some changes. Because the fact he's looking at the training ground, that tells me that, he's saying, you know what? If we want elite performances, this is not good enough. Which is a good thing.
Brailsford,
you know what I mean?
Them type of man study Ronaldo. There's no way they man take any of these talk. Like, they know when we talk about specimen, when we talk about like top level of athlete, they know that these men spend more money on themselves than certain teams spend on their facilities, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? So he's not talking rubbish. So they're not going to take that lightly and just say, oh yeah, you were just talking crap. And say, no. They're going to know there's truth in that. For an athlete to be at the peak of his powers, you need to have proper facilities. And even Chelsea's training ground, I see all of these teams, they got serious training grounds, you know.
What, did they move from Cobham, Chelsea?
Yeah, they got that new build one. I remember I looked at it that Abramovich built, but when he built, I'm not sure, I don't know how old it is, but when I look at the facilities inside, like the pictures is one thing, but the inside, the build is like a brand new fresh build type of thing. Yeah, and I just look at it and I just say, United don't have that, but I swear they said that they knocked down one piece and they're going to extend. There was that for the women's side.
Maybe the women's side. We're going to get a new thing.
Altogether.
Bro, it's just one of them ones where, I'll be honest, like, them man know about performance and also their reputation's on the line. Manchester United will be the biggest brand that their name is attached to. So they can't afford for it to go wrong. You know what I mean? They can't afford for it to go wrong. I think they're going to put.
And I don't think they've got excuses because the Glazers are going to give you 200 million from the club every year.
Yeah,
they're going to give you that, and that's going to be some of the highest money that any club in the league has. What are you doing with that money? Because you dissed what we done. We used to buy 2.5 players with that money. Yeah.
Facts.
So Yeah. So what you lot gonna do? So you lot can't be on what we were on and buying 3 players with 200 and then getting man on loan and buying this youth for 16 million and no, don't play silly games with us. Like we need to see like we need to see them at work. I can't wait
Facts.
for this window, to be honest. The next one coming up.
Yeah, me
I can't
neither,
wait.
bro. Like, I'm interested to see how the season plays out. If they let him stay to the end of the season, or if they pull the trigger in February. I think these February fixtures are difficult. If he doesn't,
Mm.
if he don't win most of them, I think he could be gone. You know, like that. And then it'll be interested to see what they do. But yeah, man,
I think the
I
players are
am.
going to get him through, though. The ones that are going to come back. I think
Yeah,
Casemiro. I think there's enough about these players. They won't get him nothing special. I think they'll
yeah, but
get
I
him
think it
maybe a
depends on
fifth.
I think it depends on that how they're feeling though, because they could come back and just be vexed, blood. You know them ones there, like
Mm.
they could come back and not really be on it, blood. They could come
It's the
back
goals
and
thing as well, though.
yeah,
Unless these men
yeah.
score goals from midfield, we're finished.
That's
Unless
it.
the midfielders chip in, we're done.
That's what I mean. Because Cass could come back and he could be like, you know what, I don't want to rush back because this guy's an idiot. You know, like that. Because he ain't
Yeah.
played in a while. So he might just say, you know
He
what, I
was
don't
on
want
a
to rush
bench the
back.
other day. Man, even bring him off the bench. I don't know why
You
you got
see?
him on the bench. You don't bring him off. It
You
didn't
see
make
what I
no
mean?
sense.
You know what I mean? Man brought him at Toney instead. So it's one
Yeah.
of them ones where maybe everything's not, you get me, everything's not
Mm.
rosy there. We don't
Yeah,
really
we're
know, fam.
forgetting. We're forgetting because a lot of the time we think that the players are kind of playing for him when really a lot of managers playing for themselves and they want
Yeah,
moves in the summer as
yeah,
well.
play exactly, and that's why it made sense for Martial to say, you know what, let me just have this surgery now because nothing's happening
Mm.
before the summer anyway. Man's not playing me, and I'm not leaving. So Rago, let me get the surgery now. You know, like that.
Yeah, it
So
makes sense.
I don't know. Now it's gonna be interesting to see what'll go on in it, and obviously we'll just keep an eye on what's happening, bro. But nah, man, I'd
That's
like to
it.
see him gotten rid of sooner rather than later, bro. So.
That's what I'm hoping for, man. I'm hoping for Eric to not see out the season and just start the search, like be clear that we're starting the search. But anyway, he's not getting a new contract. Either way, my
Facts.
man's gone. I'm just fuming that I feel like with so many games left to go, there's still an opportunity for us to get top four. And I think the fact that we keep him, it's gonna be detriment to our progress. That's the
Yeah.
only thing I got against it. Yes, he's going, but if he goes now, I believe we have a chance to get top four. If he stays, we have no chance, and that's the issue.
Nah, facts. Nah, I
That's
hear it.
the issue, man.
And shout out
You know what I'm
Saeed as
saying?
well. He sent me he sent me the thing about the Qataris. Anyway, we spoke about it earlier. I told you, man, it was
Mhm.
nonsense. You know them ones. They're saying man
Yeah,
was saying that they didn't give proof of funds. And man basically said, yes, we did, bruv. Them man are chatting rubbish. We knew it.
of
You know what I'm
course.
saying? Man chatting rubbish on man's name, bro. Imagine saying Qataris
Come
ain't
on,
got no
man.
money, blood. That's like, bruv,
Yeah,
water's wet, blood.
yeah. Come on, man. Don't play games with us, man. Tell a different lie, bro.
Yeah,
Don't
trust
tell a
me.
silly lie like that, man. Say something else, bro. But don't
Exactly.
tell no silly
Do you know what I
lies
mean?
about
They
they ain't
said,
got no
listen, they
money.
gave them the money that they wanted, bro. Like, don't play on my name. They're proud people. They were never gonna sit there and listen to that.
No way. No, no
Exactly.
way. And they'll pay what you're worth.
Yeah,
And that's
facts.
the thing. Like whatever United's worth, they would have paid it. If you was worth 7, they would have
Yeah,
gave you 7. You're not.
but that's what
If
I'm
you're
saying,
worth 8, they would have gave you 8. They got the money. You know what
bro.
I'm
They said
saying?
they met the asking price, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, so man are chatting rubbish, bro.
And United's nuts, man. I don't even know
That's
what to
it.
think. But these man,
That's it.
we had a chance to really change the course of history in terms of what United could be globally, in terms of winning, and like we just had a massive chance. And I don't know, with this little clause, like I said, the 18 months thing, not to drag it, it gives me a little hope that there still might be an opportunity to actually sell the whole club if
Yeah,
things don't go
facts.
how they want it to go. But
Yeah,
yeah, man, I just hope that we didn't miss that opportunity, man.
100. Do you know what I'm saying? But yo, people, big up everyone for supporting the show. Lit stream. Do you know what I mean? Make sure you smash the
Yeah,
like.
yeah.
Let's get them likes up. Make sure you subscribe to Musa Reacts. The link is in the title, bro. You got anything that you want to let them know about?
No, man, I'm gonna start. If Eric Ten Hag gets sacked, then I'm definitely back on YouTube. Until then, I'm just jumping on the Mandem's platform supporting. I'm definitely gonna come back. I'm thinking end of the season, like, pre-season games and build up for next season. But other than that, I'm just always on the Mandem streams. I'm here. I'm with Saeed, and yeah, man, just supporting the culture and supporting our people, man, that are making big things happen. And I feel like
That's
people
it,
underestimate that work that goes into these streams, man. So the Mandem, we
bro.
always tell you the least you can do is
Trust me.
like, I'm saying, allow the videos to circulate and allow us to make it worth our while, because it's not easy, man. It's definitely not easy for you, man. You man
Nah,
are doing,
not, bruv, not at all. You know, like that,
yeah, man.
not at all.
People
You get me? So,
underestimate it. The work that you man aside are doing is levels. You know what I'm
nah,
saying? So
facts. Nah, big up, my
I
bro.
always say it, man. Big up.
Know what I mean? So love everyone. Make sure you smash the like, support the channel. And yeah, man, I'm back again tomorrow with Deluded and Lee Gunner. So I got 2 streams tomorrow. One at 2 with Deluded, and then Lee Gunner at 5 people. So yeah, tomorrow afternoons, yeah, it's looking lit, bro. So we got the Arsenal man then back on, bro, because yeah, they're playing this weekend, bro. And I don't know, I feel like slightly them man are stressed, bro. They man could go and
Who they got?
who have
What
Arsenal
is it?
got
What they
there?
playing? Are they what cup competition? Is it
I think
league?
no. I think it's a league game. I think it's a league game.
Maybe, yeah. They
It's
maybe they're
league,
catching up or
and I think
something.
they're away from home. I think it's Palace away or something. Was it Palace at home?
Mm.
But Crystal Palace ain't no easy game, regardless, blood.
Yeah, that's
You know,
mad.
you know what I'm saying. So, bro, I know that Arsenal are low on confidence at the moment. So Crystal Palace could, yeah, bro. Listen, if Crystal Palace do something, it's scenes, you know.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Nah. Arsenal, I can see that. I can see Palace getting something from that. I can see that. I
That's
can
it.
see that.
So
Arsenal just not scoring goals, man. It's mad for them.
same problem we have. And when you're not scoring goals, you're sitting duck in
Yeah.
it. So I don't know. We'll see, people. So yeah, back with Deluded and Gunner tomorrow, people. Make sure you smash the like, and I'll catch you guys.